Hey, what's happening, gamers? Sorry about that mic error. So we're gonna do Ace Attorney. Amber's just getting some tea, and then we're gonna start up. So if you guys could watch the short in the meantime to keep the views up, that'd be great. And I think I was pushing this short a little while ago.
I'll be right there. I'm just kidding.
I know, you're getting tea, I know. Alright, so today will be the finale of Turnabout Ablaze, I believe. If not, then we'll fix it accordingly. Then after the stream will be Funko and the Powerpuff Girls story. So, we are in the Turnabout Ablaze, the Li Long Lang argument. So, the mic is still off. That's impossible. I just fixed it.
They're crazy. They're dumb. They don't know what they're talking about. The mic is obviously on. If you see it moving, it's obviously on. They're 20 minutes.
Okay, the mic should be working now. You guys should be able to hear. So your first like goal is 100 likes. Why Larry?
I was the one who found the body of the victim, Damask too. Besides him was the samurai sword, the glittering red and offering up the scent of blood. It was supposed to be in the Steel Samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead. Plus, I found the murder weapon's owner. The suspect, Larry Butt's, in here too.
Okay. Isn't it a bit far-fetched to accuse someone simply on the basis of ownership?
But his owner wanted to sneak onto the crime scene. I think that's plenty to go on, don't you?
No, I don't think so. If you're alluding to his reason for being by the chimney, we've already established that.
Not so fast. Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. Are you two longtime friends or not? Who's to say you didn't fabricate the evidence to give him an alibi?
You're accusing me of fabricating evidence now.
You think I can believe anything you produce? Forging evidence is all you prosecutors do.
This man has some serious issues with prosecutors. Oh jeez. Honey. Sorry guys, I'm trying to remember how I did Larry. I don't know if I could do Shaggy this early in the for me. Let's see. But come on! I can't think of something as complicated as that, Edgy. Larry, I can agree because I know you and your personality very well. However, Agent Lang knows nothing about you, or me for that matter. I sense his hatred for my entire profession emanating from his entire being. Meaning that the only way I can prove Larry's innocence is to present irrefutable evidence. Okay, the rebuttal. Why Larry rebuttal?
I was the one who found the body of the victim.
Hold it!
So, you were the first to discover the body this time.
This time? What's that supposed to mean? You better watch what you say.
I only said this time because either Kay was the first to discover the body in Babel, and your secretary, Agent Shana, was ready to accuse her of murder for that.
Ha! So you're gonna use that excuse to call me suspicious now?
Of course not. I was simply pointing out that the usual pattern who discovers of the bodies.
But in the, Babelese case, there was proof that she was holding a weapon, right? Well, in this one, it's a bit different since we know exactly where the weapon is. Besides him was the samurai sword, glittering red.
Hold it!
Excuse me, but glittering red and offering up the scent of blood?
Do I have to spell it out for you? I mean, the sight and smell of blood, of course. And according to the test, the blood on the sword belongs to the victim. The sword was made to only be used on stage, so it's not sharp. But it is pretty weighty. It's certainly heavy enough to beat someone to death with. Which leads me to suspect that the victim was beaten to death with the sword. Beaten to death, eh? This last statement is too important to just let slip by. Besides him was the samurai sword covered in the victim's blood.
Hold it!
So the sword is covered in the victim's blood?
Yeah, the lab results confirm that the blood on the sword matches the victim's, but the sword is as dull as vanilla envelope. It's just a stage prop after all.
Steel Samurai is all about safety first, so you can't use a real sword. The Steel Samurai has spoken.
The Pink Princess also appears to have something she'd like to petition to you personally.
What? The Pink Princess would like to say, can wait for another day after eternity.
Anyway, my point is that even though the sword is too dull to slice with, it's certainly heavy enough to bludgeon someone to death with. Therefore, I suspect he beat the victim to death with that thing.
Hold it!
About this samurai sword, have you received a report from forensics yet?
They confirmed that the blood on the sword belongs to the victim.
Right, but have we confirmed that the outline of this wound is consistent with the weapon?
Tell me something, do you see the dead body right there in front of you? So, if they were conducting the autopsy right now, shouldn't that body not be here, well?
I suppose so. I guess they must still be investigating this room. Meaning that it's possible he doesn't know about the piece of evidence's true nature yet.
Anything else you'd like to chit-chat about? No? Good. Let's continue. It was supposed to be in the Steel Samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead.
Hold it!
Larry has already testified that he forgot the samurai sword here. Yeah, I was like shaking with the ambassador in here, and it left it behind by accident.
Not so fast!
So what? You lied earlier. So who's to say that this excuse isn't just another lie?
But I forgot stuff all the time, right, Edgy? Tell him. Why don't you tell him yourself?
You see? What did I tell you earlier? No one will buy such a pathetically weak excuse.
Yes, well, I know that it's not possible to prove such an excuse as truth.
And yet you offer it up as fact. You're a worse person than I originally thought.
You are free to think what you like, however, I know that Larry is not the killer. Agent Lang, please continue with your argument. I will expose the flaw in it soon enough.
Fine. Plus, I found the murder weapon's owner, the suspect, Larry Butts, in here too.
Hold it!
Just because he is the owner of the weapon, therefore he must be the killer, is it that?
No, climbing all the way up a chimney is plenty suspicious in my book as well.
Objection!
Regarding that, I've already drawn the truth out, and the truth is one thing I don't bend.
Not so fast!
It doesn't matter if it's you or whoever. You prosecutors are all the same. And for me, prosecutors are the only thing I don't trust.
Objection! Objection! An agent who doesn't trust prosecutors? What are you playing at?
Sorry, lady. But there's only two things I trust, my subordinates and the evidence at the crime scene.
Agent Lang hates prosecutors, but as long as he trusts the evidence that he has been left... But as long as he trusts evidence that has been left at a crime scene, then there is something I can show him that he can believe in. It is simply not possible that the samurai sword is the murder weapon. So I should focus on proving that point to Agent Lang first. Lang, why not Fang? Because he's supposed to represent a Chinese guy. Present. I was the one who found the victim's body. Besides him was a samurai sword covered in the victim's blood. I suspect he beat the victim to death with that thing. It was supposed to be in the samurai's dressing room, but I found it here. Plus, I found the murder weapon's owner, the suspect, Larry Butts, here. I suspect he beat the victim to death. Beside him was a samurai sword covered in the victim's blood. Samurai sword is covered in blood. Photo of the steel samurai. Money, nope. Suspect, he beat the victim to death with that thing.
Let's see. So we have to present some kind of evidence, I guess.
Suspect, he beat the victim to death with this thing. The weapon used on stage is thought to be what killed Mask Day Mask. Isn't the sword hollow? No. It was supposed to be in the Steel Samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead. Do you guys have any... Do you have any idea, people? Because I'm waking up, so I'm not alert yet. It's going to take me a while because I'm still medicated. So I can't think 100% clear yet.
Well, this is what time you usually do it, though.
I had to take my medicine later today. I don't know, but it's fine. Okay, I guess I'll make a guess then.
Supposed to be the Steel Samurai's dressing room, but I find it here instead. Okay.
Talking about the sword.
Plus I found... Then he... Did we press everything already?
Yup.
Okay, let's see. Okay, he said something about this, he was talking, you were saying earlier, doing his, still, when you said the thing about the, let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, well, yeah, well, let's see. What was that thing where he said he found the Steel Samurai's thing covered in blood? Didn't we get... Covered in the victim's blood. Beside him was the samurai sword covered in the victim's blood. Well, the only thing I can think of is when we were talking to Larry before, and he was saying that he was just swinging the spear around, it randomly bent.
That was a spear, though. We're talking about the sword.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I think everything that in the show is a prop. I don't think that you could actually kill somebody with the sword or the spear.
Okay. I mean, the sword's literally covered in blood, but...
I think we should... I mean, you could even try the sword, or I would try this bent spear and show him that I think it... There's no way you could kill anyone with these weapons. I don't think you could kill anyone with them.
Okay.
I think they're props. I don't know, that's just my feeling. I don't know. Guess we'll give it a try.
Alright, present the spear. That statement just now contradicts this piece of evidence.
That thing has nothing to do with what I was saying. Now put it away. And your logic is so bad and need repair that you might as well throw it out too. This is a real deal here. Your courtroom mannerisms are worthless at the crime scene.
Oh my
Gah.
gosh.
You dare to insult the courts?
Besides him was a samurai sword covered in blood.
Okay, I'm gonna try the sword now. Even though I can see the sword is covered in blood.
Objection!
Agent Lang, if you could take a look at this piece of evidence, you would see that there's a very big flaw in your logic.
Flaw? Are you sure it's not your eyes that are flawed? Talk to me again when you see straight.
Huh, maybe this wasn't the piece I was looking for after all.
I don't have any way to plug my phone in. I have no control. I have no things to plug my phone in for months. I have not been able to afford it.
Alright. Try
Do
this.
you have any ideas, Luke?
Well, I mean, this one says, I suspect he beat the victim to death with, so I could try the spear again. I don't
mean,
really...
Like, if it is a prop spear, then he couldn't have beat him to death with a prop.
I don't want to do that again. I already did that one. Nope. I meant to hit R. Okay. L, R. Okay, so... can't use any of these weapons because these weapons were present in the other crime scene, so... could use... I would think you would hit him in the head with the statue. That's why the statue was moved, but... Let's try using Samurai
I'm
Spear.
gonna look upstairs. Because I can't share the screen at all.
Okay, Ember.
Well,
Objection!
you want to.
I did share it.
Okay, well, it's not having anyone watch it.
Do you know what this is, Agent Lang? Okay, so apparently use the broken spear on this section. And then it seemed to work. Okay. Do you know what this is, Agent Lang?
It's a long spear, right? We used it a lot in my country a long time ago. Piercing, mowing people down, spears are the weapon of heroes throughout our history.
It's the next most effective weapon after the whip, of course.
I think the whip is in a slightly different category. So what's your point? Are you going to tell me that the spear is the real weapon?
No, I simply want you to take a look at this section here.
The way it's bent?
Precisely. Apparently a certain troublemaker hit against a wall in this embassy earlier, and as you can clearly see, the insides of the Steel Samurai's weapon are hollow. In other words, there are replicas that aren't strong enough to deliver a real damaging blow, let alone the multiple strikes necessary to bludgeon someone to death. And yet, there is not even a dent in the samurai's sword. How do you explain that?
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Wait, maybe it was moved, like maybe the prop sword was switched with a real one or something.
I don't know. I think he hit the guy in the head with a statue. Not Larry, but whoever the killer is.
Oh, Oh yeah, because if it was a prop sword and he hit him with it, it would have been dented.
Well, also the fact that the statue moves in the picture.
Oh, you're right, Luke.
That's what I would think, but we'll have to find a way to connect the dots, which will probably take 20 minutes. But I think the statue is what killed the guy. The sword and the spear are made of the same stuff, so they bend really easily. But I wish they'd make them out of better stuff, because the spear got bent. I wasn't able to do my special early summer rain jab move. Man, I got such an earful from the director of the play for not doing it in the show.
The Steel Samurai special move was changed tonight because of him?
Samurai Spear data updated in my organizer.
Oh no.
Yo!
His world is just falling apart. That's more of enough for your whiny whimpering. Humph. Now, back at the topic of the spear.
Yes, let's return to the real topic of discussion. This is where the real gamble begins. I don't have a real strategy here per se. So all I can do for now is let the chips fall where they may.
Using guesswork and taking risks in place of real logic, Edgeworth, it's hardly the Von Karma way. It's neither smart nor very clever.
Miss Van Kama, as you know, unlike your father, I am not a genius prosecutor. Plus, I doubt his record of a 40-year win streak will ever be broken. But perhaps it is for the best if it remains unbroken, for no one should have conceived of the notion to convict all defendants in the first place.
Objection!
Oh wow. What a foolishly foolish statement from a foolish fool who hates to lose. It's the job of a prosecutor to make sure that all defendants are found guilty in court, of course. There is nothing more important in this world than a perfect victory, Miles.
Hold it!
That may be your opinion, however, I don't believe that's all we are. As a prosecutor, what I propose is not the perfect victory, but the perfect truth. And if that means that the bridge I must cross will crumble beneath my feet, then let it crumble as I walk on towards the truth.
You're good at keeping me entertained, Mr. Prosecutor. But you know, humans are delicate creatures. The slightest bump and we expire. I'd like you to consider, if you will, the possibility that the sword was used in such a way that the attack killed Damask without bending it.
What?
So what do you think of my hypothetical scenario? I think you know what to do here, right? And what you need?
Of course, what I need is evidence even he can't refute. That is it. It's time to bring this to a close. No, we're not being hacked. We're just having a chat off camera. It's just married stuff. Okay? Thank you.
It's possible to use the samurai sword to kill someone. And under these circumstances, it's the only logical conclusion. We searched the embassy top to bottom, but the victim's blood is the only thing that was on the weapon. So isn't it only natural that the suspicion would fall onto the owner of said weapon?
How long do you intend to cling into that preposterous theory?
As long as I want, because we examined every corner within the walls of this embassy. There's no stone we've left unturned. And we have managed to come up with only one logical conclusion. That the only place inside this embassy with the victim's blood on it is this sword.
Hold it!
You left one stone unturned, is that a fact?
Not so fast!
If you've got something to say, then say it in the only way I respect, Mr. Prosecutor.
Yes, of course. In fact, allow me to make it all crystal clear for you. Why Larry Part 2, the rebuttal. Zelda, stop. If you're coming up, come up. Yeah. Whatever.
It's possible to use the samurai sword to kill someone.
Hold it!
May I inquire as to how you were able to make such a claim, Agent Lang?
Oh, Lang Z says, capable of miracles beyond comprehension, a mysterious creature is man.
Rather than man, it's Agent Lang's quotes that are getting increasingly incomprehensible.
The human body is a mysterious thing, even with a toy-like sword. It's easy to kill a man if you hit it at the right spot. Which is why I think it's possible to kill with this thing, without leaving a dent behind.
Hold it!
But we can only be sure one way or the other by seeing if the wound matches the sword.
I know that. But as long as it's a possibility, I can proclaim it as much as I like. And under these circumstances, it's only logical conclusion.
Hold it!
We'll see. But you must know that your conclusions are wrong.
Given the circumstances I'm in, the only people I can trust are my subordinates. Because there's a much more trustworthy bunch than you prosecutors ever will be.
Hold it!
And you call yourself a professional?
Not so fast!
You still don't see? Do you, Mr. Prosecutor? You have to earn my trust. And the only way to do that is to show me proof of another possible murder weapon.
Another possible murder weapon in this room. There's only one thing left. This is going to be a gamble, but I can't withdraw from the game now.
You're not gonna get me to trust you by the power of your glare alone, you know. Plus, I have other reasons as to why I think the samurai sword is a murder weapon. We searched the embassy top to bottom, but the victim's blood is only on that weapon.
Whoops.
Hold it!
I still say it's the statue. The only piece where you could find blood was on the samurai sword.
That's right, even with luminol. Which means that there's no other possibilities outside of what I've already outlined.
I do have a problem with Agent Lang's assertion that the samurai sword is the weapon. Objection. If you believe that there's no other door or possibility left to open, then allow me to force one open for you.
Not so fast!
Huh, and how do you plan to do that?
By showing you what may possibly be the real murder weapon to begin with.
Not so fast!
Ha! Ha 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 ha! The real murder weapon. I hate to repeat myself, but my men have already searched every last inch of this embassy, and they're concluded that nothing else could have been used as a weapon. Knowing these facts, do you still want to press forward with your little hypothesis?
Of course. Because it's not possible that your men inspected everything in their investigation.
What are you talking about? I don't appreciate mind games, and I don't appreciate it when people like you slander my men.
I'm not slandering them, I assure you. I'm merely pointing out that their investigation, Dragnet, has a few holes in it. Namely, that there is something your men couldn't even lay a finger on. And that item is the real murder weapon.
Alright then. I'll play along, Mr. Prosecutor. This real weapon that killed Damask 2, what exactly is it?
The real murder weapon which not a single person has yet touched is...
The real murder weapon is maybe the statue?
the national treasure of Alabast.
You mean that prime statue?
Yes, and as you know, only the ambassador and his secretary may touch it, which I believe means that neither you nor your men were able to examine it, correct?
You know very well that if we did that, there'd be an international incident. Between the Kingdom of Alabast and the Republic of Babel, the two countries' precarious relationships teeters in the balance over a stupid fight related to a sovereignty statue. But I'll be darned if I let something go unexamined.
Hold it!
Agent Lang, if you would take a look at this. The direction the statue is facing just before and after the crime are different, and there is only one conclusion I can draw from that.
Yeah, what? Go look for Ambassador Alba and get him to give us the okay to examine the statue.
Shifu, you can't listen to this infidel's words. He is most definitely trying to trick you. Shifu, please, let us be rational.
Lang C says, let's go already.
Yes, sir. Okay, statue.
Your voices sound really cute.
Thank you.
Samuel wanted to say he loves the lore bits, and he said, I think you guys are the best YouTubers ever. It's very sweet, and he says, keep it up. You guys are doing a great job.
Thank you, Samuel.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Captain Zach says, I like Luke and Amber too, and they're the best YouTubers and streamers ever, and best gamers in the world.
Thank you
you,
very
Zach,
much.
That's very sweet.
Okay.
Shifu! Yeah, what is it?
I'm really sorry, sir, but I was unable to convince the ambassador. I was unable to obtain permission for us to examine the prime statue.
Huh, I see.
Francisco.
Wait, but then the investigation is at a standstill, Miles. Agent Lang, I will go and speak with the ambassador personally. Ah!
Save your breath. He may act all weak and frail, but that old man's one tough cookie. But I guess you gotta be tough when you're representing a whole country, you know?
Agent Lang.
What do you want? Let's hurry up and examine the statue already.
But Shifu, what about causing an international incident?
Quiet! And I'll take the fall if I have to later.
Hold it!
Agent Lang, the hypothesis is mine, so if someone is to take the responsibility, let it be me.
Responsibility? If we're gonna talk in such heavy terms, maybe I should let you. It'd be a real problem for my men if something were to happen to me. Alright then, let's talk about, more investigating.
If we were to know the truth, we can't stop here. Action must be taken. Agent Lang, I'd like to run a luminol test on the statue.
The luminol test? Ah, good thinking. If the statue is the murder weapon, then some of the victim's blood should be on it. Okay. Hey, let's get the forensics team in here.
There it is.
Looks like you hit the jackpot, Mr. Prosecutor.
Whoa, Luke, how did you know that was used as the murder weapon?
Because the statue was off to the side in the picture, and while my mind is foggy, I can still understand some things just by looking at it.
I didn't see that coming.
Played a lot of detective games.
I thought the statue was just like about like the thief. Like if they were gonna steal it, I didn't know it was used as a weapon.
In the dark, you can't see exactly where the placement of the statue would be, so the thief or the murderer grabbed the statue, bludgeoned the guy to death, and then thought they were putting the statue back in its exact position, but originally it was facing the door with the face going that way. So when the statue was moved to face forward to where everybody is standing, you know, if you look at the picture, it stands out. Because that's not where its normal placement is. Because I believe both statues are supposed to be facing each other, like they're, you know, standing off in like a war or something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I guess this means that the real weapon that killed Master Mask was the statue. Indeed. But I wouldn't celebrate yet if I were you. This doesn't let your friend off the hook. It doesn't prove that he didn't kill Master Mask, so the charge remains. We are hardly done examining this statue, Agent Lang. Knowing that it is the real murder weapon, I believe further examination is required. Ha! You think so? Okay then, knock yourself out.
Okay, examine the statue.
Okay. Let's see. I don't know what do we have to.
Just...
Oh, thank you, Samuel. So, Amber, can you play more Halo? And also praying for you guys. And I have to go along, and I have to eat dinner. Okay, thank you, Samuel, for the kind words. Bless your heart. Thank you so much for stopping by. And also, thank you, Miss Deanna, for sending us a picture of your sweet puppy today on Twitter.
Yep.
That was so great. That was so neat. So you guys, the dog in this game, Miss Deanna actually has a dog that looks just like that. And such a beautiful puppy. And thank you so much for showing us that, Miss Deanna. I actually wanted to retweet it and show everyone, but I didn't want to like retweet too many things. But I may still, so people can see how cute it is. How cute your dog is. It was so sweet.
Bye, Zelda.
Thank you for praying for us, Zach. I appreciate that so much. Sorry, guys, that I didn't have a stream today. I was out trying to get stuff to clean up stuff for the cat, and then had to go grab like a bunch of stuff from the store. And that thing in the hallway I got 3 weeks ago. I've been having it in my car.
Oh.
I got it at Walmart. It's to help me put socks in and stuff in it's for upstairs.
Okay.
Because I don't have anything to put my clothes in upstairs. That dresser has been busted forever.
Yep, that's fine.
So yeah, I got that at Walmart weeks ago because it's the cheapest one I could find that I could just put stuff in.
Okay. It's made of wood or it's plastic?
No, it's plastic.
Okay.
It's not made of wood. The fact that it looks relatively, I mean, I would be fine with all my furniture being made out of plastic if I could just get a house.
Okay, Amber. All right.
You know what I mean?
Upon closer inspection, he really does look a lot like the Steel Samurai. Maybe, but that's why... Whoa. Hey, maybe that's why they chose him to be the Goodwill Ambassador. I actually can't discredit that hypothesis coming from you. Or maybe the people at this embassy just really like Steel Samurai. Francisco.
Ah, that's absolutely preposterous, Miles.
I don't think that's unlikely. We mustn't go around denouncing people's opinions.
And yet, look at how easily you discredited mine. Not that I care why they choose him. Huh.
What else are we looking for? There's a handprint on the bottom. Aha!
And what do we have here? This dirty smudge, it looks like a handprint.
Weird.
That's a definitive piece of evidence.
Oh, wow.
Like you doing... Oh, wow. What's a definitive bit of evidence like you doing under here?
He's talking to the evidence.
Looks like we've got some fingerprints to analyze.
Gah! Worst case scenario, these prints belong to Larry. But it does look like it's a bit late for me to do anything about that now.
Hey, forensics guy, I want the results of these fingerprints ASAP, you hear me?
Yeah, but Larry's wearing gloves.
Yeah.
Agent Lang, you have... here's the analysis, sir.
Good, and?
About the prints we lifted from the bottom of the statue... Well, you know the victim of the murder in the embassy?
The prints belong to him, to Mr. Manny Cochin, sir. But that's...
Wow. Convenient.
What's going on around here? No, that's impossible. Each prime statue can only be handled by someone of that country. But by the very fact that Mr. Cochin's fingerprints are on this one, it leads me to only one conclusion. This statue is actually the prime... Wow. The Ablaze prime statue.
Impossible. It could be.
Ah! Larry never once set foot on the Ablaze soil, so he is free to go. However, this new piece of information only served to confuse us even further. The ringleader of a smuggling operation was killed with an Alabastian knife in Babel. And Damask too was killed on the Alabastian soil with Babel's national treasure. And the mystery of the great thief Yatagasaru who visited both countries. The pieces were there, but I had yet to see the big picture they were to form. Okay.
Great job, honey.
Save your progress. Okay. Okay, so that's the first section.
Oh, alright. Thank you, Miss Deanna says. Miss Amber, Milan is almost 8 years old. Also, she's very heavy to carry, and we didn't try to carry her when we first got her because our uncle didn't want her to be a lap dog. Aww. She's so cute. She's so beautiful. She's such a beautiful dog. I want one, Luke.
You want a Pomeranian?
No, it's not a Pomeranian. The Pomeranian was the other one. This one is a different dog, not a Pomeranian. Miss Deanna has it's a different one. I don't think the Pomeranian is more fluffy and small. This one is used for police dogs in Japan.
Cute.
Yeah. Such a pretty dog. And so nice of you to show us that, Miss Deanna. It's so cool.
Link is terrified of dogs, though.
Good, then somebody can keep Link in line. There it is. There it is. There it is.
I saw the picture of the puppy.
That's Milan. Yeah, very cute. Such a sweet little face.
Cute puppy.
Aww, she's got a little pink bowl there. That's so adorable.
Open air stage.
This is one of the longest cases in the franchise.
Is that what somebody said?
Says Joey.
Okay, so there'll probably be multiple episodes then. So it probably won't be the finale today then.
I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Gamewing. I hope you feel better.
I'll be right back.
It's a Shiba Inu, which good luck with getting one because the other one, the one we have is a picky eater. Shiba Inu dogs are either picky eaters or eat everything. Oh wow, Miss Deanna. Am I happy with Link? Not really. Link is kind of a troublemaker, Zach. Link caused me some problems yesterday and I'm very upset about it. He's also like, somebody sent me a video about, actually Anna Sensei, our viewer, was sending a video about the fact that, like the guy who does my cat from Heck, Luke had to leave for a second, but the guy who does my cat from Heck, he had a cat that like basically always defied him and always tried to stare him down and attack him even when he was lowering his guard. And that's exactly how Link is. When we lower our guard to him, he comes and attacks us. So I think he has an attitude problem. He doesn't act normal for a cat. Like if I'm just sleeping or just hanging out or doing stuff, Zelda doesn't randomly attack me. I would have to actually do something to bother Zelda for her to attack me, like pet her too hard or rub her fur the wrong way or accidentally step on her tail or pick her up wrong. I would have to have a reason for her to attack me. Link doesn't have a reason to attack people. He just attacks them when they're doing nothing to him. So yeah, I'm not very happy with Link. He has a lot of behavioral problems. He is not a normal cat. But I don't know. I mean, obviously, like, he was at the vet for over a month and no one was taking him in. And his last owner was being really mean to him, so... You know, somebody needs to take care of him. You can't just put him outside and, you know, whatever. He's a very pretty cat. He has moments where he's sweet. So, I mean, I'm not happy with him. I'm very frustrated with Link. But, you know, I'm hoping he'll come around. I feel bad for Zelda because she has to deal with him more than me. Sometimes at night I put Link in the basement so he'll have to think about what he's done because he's bothering Zelda too much. He's coming after her when she's just trying to gently sit down and relax. And he's attacking her, so yeah, I think Link needs to learn to treat others the way that you would like to be treated. He needs to learn the golden rule. Like when people are sitting on the couch and they're just trying to relax, you shouldn't be attacking them. So, yeah. I don't know. I hope Link learns to behave better. I wish there was like a cat behavioral class that we could go to or something. Right now, I don't even know where he is. I think he's probably sleeping up in his bed.
I mean, he's only 2 years old, so he's gonna misbehave, unfortunately. But he needs to stop missing his box, and he needs to stop randomly attacking. Especially when, like, people are like, oh, you just need to play with him more. It's like, I play with him every day, he still attacks me.
Yeah, Matthew Smith says, what you're describing kind of reminds me of my late Tabby. Aww.
Tabbies are very playful, but he needs to stop missing the box, and he needs to stop, because like we could have an inspection at any time, and we're gonna have to get a carpet guy in here again. It's very annoying. Because cats, one thing that my dad taught me about cats is cats like are able to smell their stuff, and they repeat the same thing like over and over again. Like, and you have to use like special enzyme stuff. It's super annoying. I've left Mass Day Mask investigation to Francisca and returned to Babel. I suppose my first order of business should be to look into Babel's statue. Oh, McKay's here again.
Ah, Mr. Edgeworth!
So, Kay, what is the situation?
Oh, it's great! Investigating is so much fun!
In other words, they've made absolutely no progress since I left. Oh, we weren't goofing off or honest, sir, probably. We've been investigating our hearts out. Very well, then. Would you care to give me an update on your investigation? Oh, we've had a really fun time, sir. I knew it. Zero progress. In any case, Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. You have my permission to enter the Alabastrian Embassy. You have permission to enter the Alabastrian Embassy, is that correct? Oh, yup. As long as a local detective, I'm helping out with investigations on both sides, sir. Good. In that case, I can leave these pieces of evidence with you.
The love letter.
They belong to the lady under the Pink Princess's mask. Pink Princess? What kind of lady was playing her, sir? The kind that also was playing the role of the Pink Badger yesterday. Oh! Oh! Understood, sir. If I happen to run into her, I'll give them back to her, sir. Oh. And if I don't, then I guess I'll unload them somewhere. He doesn't seem all that enthused to go find her, but I can't blame him. Evidence that has lost their value given to Detective Gumshoe. Now then, I don't believe I'll be needing this anymore either.
Oh, what? Are you really going to throw that autograph away?
Yes, because that Steel Samurai was a fake.
What? No, it wasn't.
Steel Samurai's autograph scrunched up into a ball and disposed of.
Wow. Wait, what? What do you mean by fake? What do you mean?
Now then, I believe it's time for a little housekeeping. Unnecessary evidence has been removed. Remaining evidence has been rearranged.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, oh, as hard as hurting cats. Oh, yeah, because cats are almost impossible. Yeah, definitely, Miss Deanna. thank you, GameWing and Zach and Miss Deanna. I'll do the best I can with Link. Hopefully, yeah. Somebody said try showing him kindness. Maybe he'll change.
We do show him kindness.
We're trying. I mean, we always show him kindness, but
we can't pick him up. He hates being picked up. He jumps on your lap when he wants to be cuddled.
Yeah.
His problem is he attacks people when they're walking around, even after you've played with him. So I have to carry a squirt bottle with me just so my foot doesn't like get all cut up like razor blades. What else does he do? He will sleep on the couch. He sleeps a lot. He likes to play. He doesn't eat his food. He likes to sit in front of our door when we go to bed. He's a good cat, but he's also a bad cat. He has to, because what's going to happen is if we get like let's say we have an inspection next month, and they see Link doing stuff, they could be like, "We're telling you have to get rid of Link." Like,
oh, like if he's doing it during the inspection.
No, if they smell it.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. Well, yeah, we're doing the best we can. I mean, all we can do is just, not just show him kindness, but also try to discipline him and let him know this isn't right. Like, we can't just let him beat up on Zelda and just do nothing about it.
No.
Like, we have to be like, no, you can't do that.
Yep.
We have to explain to him right from wrong. So, yeah, we'll do the best we can. But thank you guys. I appreciate that, everyone. Hey, you're not going back to Elevast already, are you?
No, not yet. I still need to gather a bit more information first. Wait, where is Alabaz? Wait, we can examine stuff outside? Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay, I guess we can. Okay. Bags full of cement powder are stacked up here. I suppose they're for renovation?
Yeah, because I don't spill a drop of gold here, or any other treasure for that matter.
Okay, the only scent you should detect in a place like this is the smell of sweat.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, that was a pretty good play on words there, sir.
Ah, Gummy, don't randomly jump into one of our dialogues like that.
Were you eavesdropping on us, Detective Gumshoe?
No, it's not like that, sir.
Hey, do you detect the scent of treasure coming from this bush?
The scent of treasure, not at all.
Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, you're totally not with it!
I'm not with it?
No, and it's important for both thieves and prosecutors to be energetic.
Perhaps for a thief like you, that level of energy is unbecoming of a prosecutor.
You really think so? That prosecutor we met at Gateway Land seemed to be pretty active, and he likes sports.
Well, he's not a prosecutor anymore. See how everything just naturally balances out?
Oh.
Yes, he's in jail for murder. Because he's a dumbface. It would appear that the stage is also scheduled to be renovated.
You know, I would love to perform on a stage like this. Something like the Great Thief Show.
I should think it would be a bad idea for a thief to show their face to the world.
Oh, yeah. So how come so many traffic cones are red and white?
That's because they're highly visible from a great distance.
Oh, is that why? So then the reason you wear the wine red suit is for visibility's sake?
Please don't compare me to a ragged plastic traffic cone.
Sorry.
Oh, hey, Mr. Edgeworth.
You look like you're enjoying yourself, Detective.
Well, I don't have much else that I enjoy as much as a good investigation, sir.
So, what did you find out?
Well,
I take it as he's found nothing of any particular use, as usual.
Oh yeah, look at Edgeworth's updated look. Originally in the first game, he had like a way more like decked out look with all kinds of buttons and whistles. Now he looks like more sophisticated.
Yeah.
Because when he was younger, in their first case, when he was younger, it's like 7 years ago, he had all these like little buttons and stuff. Like he looked more like Von Karma. And now he looks more like himself.
Well, because after the whole Van Karma incident where the dude gets arrested, he stops. Edgy changes his outfit a little bit.
Yeah.
Mr. Edgeworth, I got something really interesting from Ambassador Pal there.
Oh, and what is it? Something interesting. Is it more coupons?
Yes, this, sir. Oh. What is that?
Wow, that's so pretty. I'm so jealous. That's a real treasure there.
Why does the flame burn green, Detective? So apparently if you burn special widow crystal oil that they only make in Babel, it burns this green color, sir. Interesting. So it's a special property of the oil. I suppose this is a ploy to force people to visit Babel should the oil run out.
May I explain something? I got some broccoli and tuna and some milk and tuna helper, so we can have that this week.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and then I got stuff for the. You saw I got more cat stand, and then I got some stuff.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay.
Hey, Gummy, what about these silhouettes?
They stuck some cutouts on the outside of the lantern, so it'd project the images.
Oh, silhouettes, huh? They are rather pretty, aren't they? Wait, what am I doing? I was supposed to be asking for an update on the investigation.
Hey, what's wrong, sir?
There's something I want you to investigate for me. Do you think you can do that much?
Yeah, you got it, sir.
Hey, that's not fair. Why is Gummy getting to do all the fun stuff?
Oh, well, that's because I'm Mr. Edgeworth's partner.
Oh, I can't believe you took advantage of the confusion and stole my role as assistant.
I expect the two of you to get along and work together like professionals on this, please. Silhouette, lantern, jotted down in your organizer. Okay. Let's talk to this guy again. Oh, you're back! Are you Mr. Edgeworth? You must be tired. Here, with these, you can eat whatever you like. And these are discount coupons for our cafeteria. They open tomorrow at 10 in the morning. I appreciate the concern. However, these coupons do nothing for me right now. Open air stage.
Yeah.
This open air stage, what function does it serve exactly? Well, normally we use it as a variety of events. It's all to attract the extra bit of attention to Babel. I heard that tonight over in Alabastian Rose Garden, Ambassador Alba was giving a speech. And you know what? Manny told me that I really should give a speech too. Mr. Cochin told you that? Yes, he did. Which is why I thought I should give a speech of my own. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to. Because of the fire the Yatagasuru started? Exactly. Ambassador, I'd like to ask you a little bit more about the Prime statue. Oh, I see. Well, let me ask you this. Did you know the Alabast and Babel used to be one country called Copia or whatever? Yes, I know that much about your history. Well, the Prime statue belonged to the founders of our country. At least, that's how the story goes. It was bequeathed unto the king of Copia as a symbol of the country's wealth and stuff. So that means as a symbol of sovereignty and the right to rule, I take it. Yeah, that's right, which is why both countries are so adamant about their claim. We hold the real statue, therefore we hold the right to rule, is the reasoning. It's pretty petty when you think about it, though, I suppose. But if Alabas and Babel were to re-establish relations, shouldn't that put an end to the squabbling over the statue? I have no reason to believe so. The Prime statue is even more important now as a key to diplomacy. I wonder if Ambassador Powell knows about what has happened to the very important key to diplomacy. Perhaps I should try showing him this key and see what he has to say about it.
Oh no, I'll definitely keep that your friend or whoever that is in my thoughts and prayers, Game Wing. Sorry that someone you know is having eye surgery. That sounds very stressful. And yeah, it sounds like you and your family love Milan, your little dog, a lot, Miss Tiana. That's really great. Hi, VG Shine. Hi, Simons. Hi, Zach. Hi, Princess Emmy. Hi, Miss Tiana. Hi, Jonathan. Hi, Mr. Zachary. Hi, Shadow Trooper. Appreciate that. Oh, it's okay. I'm sure that Link is a good person, or good cat. He just, you know, we love him. We just, I think he had a bad owner before us. I think that didn't show him very much love, maybe.
But he
is a small cat, so he has to learn. Yeah.
He's not small. He's huge.
I mean, he's small inside, though.
Yeah, he's small.
Young.
He has a small meow.
He's a little kitten who's huge on the outside.
Yeah, it's like the movie Big. He's big on the outside, but he's a little kid on the inside.
Yeah.
Because he is a little kid. He's only like 2 years old.
So he doesn't really know everything that he's doing. He doesn't understand that it's hurting people.
No.
Like, he doesn't understand. Like, when he jumps at someone and grabs onto their leg when they're, like, walking, he doesn't even understand that hurts. Like, he just thinks it's fun.
Yeah, and also the apartment complex, it's their fault because they told us to get rid of the 2 litter boxes. So we have one big litter box. So, you know, Link messing up now is probably because he doesn't like sharing a box. But that's the landlord's fault because they said we had to.
I have to do it I'm just gonna have to check it morning and night all the time. And so that's just gonna have to, I'm just gonna have to do it more often. Alright, but yeah, he's, we're gonna keep, I mean, he does look very cute in the little shorts, and it'll be the adventures of Link trying to learn to navigate the new world.
Well, he climbs up in our lap, and he likes to hug people, but he just doesn't like being picked up. You know?
Yeah.
But he is scared of people, so, I mean, he only trusts us, which is...
Yeah,
good.
you can tell that he's scared of humans, because, like, when I pet Zelda when she's eating, like, Luke told me it's good to give them a little pat on the head when they eat, because it tells them, like, they're being a good girl or a good boy by eating their food. So I give Zelda a pat and she purrs, and I give Link a pat and he flinches, like, jerks away, like,
Yeah,
he's
don't
like,
touch me, yeah.
like, he's just like, who's touching me, and, like, scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ambassador, there's just one thing I'd like to ask you about. Yes? Oh, don't worry, you can ask me more than just one thing. How about 2 or 3? In exchange, I expect you'll be coming to Babel, yes? Thank you, but just the one thing is all I require. Manny Cochin, I'd like to ask you about this man who was your secretary. Sure, I'll tell you what I know. Thank you for your cooperation, Ambassador. He was, well, if I had to put it in one word, he was an able man. If there was anything I needed as an ambassador, he was able to get it for me. To think that a man like that had a hand in a smuggling ring right under my nose, going completely unnoticed. Actually, I suppose because he was an able man, he was unable to detect his dirty dealings. It sounds like Mr. Cochin had a very sharp mind. Recently, Manny had been really busy. Since I became the representative at the Country Unification Council, he's been working tirelessly to cover my work for me. I'm sorry, but what is this Country Unification Council? Oh, well, you see, had tonight's events proceeded without a hitch, our 2 countries were to reunify and become one again. But I guess with how things turned out, that dream won't be realized anytime soon. I suppose not. So they were actually planning on going back to being a regular country again. Interesting.
Oh, they were gonna reunite? Oh my gosh. Wait, they were gonna reunite and then this incident happened. So, like, maybe somebody did this on purpose to create animosity between the 2 countries.
Probably. Okay. Talk to Ambassador.
I forgot who Manny Cochin is.
The dead guy in the office with the suit. The
So-
one that Kay supposedly killed.
So Mr. Manny is basically doing his job, says Miss Deanna. So he was just doing his job?
I think he says. Was says.
Oh.
Talk to Al. Okay. Alrighty. Ambassador Pal, if you could please take a look at this for me. The Prime statue sitting in Alabest right now actually belongs to you. So it would appear. I received a call from Miss Van Karma about this earlier. Then you will understand why I wish to inspect the Babel's Prime statue immediately. Because the statue currently in your country's possession. Yes, well, I've already inspected it myself. And it is definitely Alabest's statue. I know because it's the real statue. Then you're saying that Babel's was a replica?
And I'm embarrassed to say it's true, but even though I knew that someday I would be exposed, I received my orders from the leaders of Babel. And I was to negotiate with Ambassador Alba at this event. I was to negotiate with him and fix the results of the evaluation tonight. To say that we could not determine which statue was the real one.
Hold it!
Why are you telling me this? Well, because you already figured it out. Our statue is just a hollow goat shell. Even if Babel were to lose face, the reunification of the country is what's important. I'm right in thinking that, aren't I? I'm not making a mistake, right? If you don't know yourself, then I won't pretend to know either. I never thought that by being betrayed by my own secretary, the real symbol of wealth would be given to me. Isn't it simply ironic? Okay.
Hey! Where are you going? Are you heading back to Alabast?
Yes, but before I do, I suppose I should give you a summary of what's happened.
Oh, I see. So there's been a murder in both countries using an object from another country?
That is the gist of it, yes. Babel is just as strict as Alabast. In their inspection of the people and things that enter their country, meaning that somehow both murder weapons were smuggled into the two countries. That's the only logical conclusion that can be drawn. Perhaps the key to the weapon smuggling is the person who traversed both countries.
You mean the fake Yatagarasu?
In one way or another, the Yatagarasu is connected, of this I'm sure. Now then, where was the Yatagarasu first spotted? I believe it was the Rose Garden on the Alabastian side of the embassy. The garden is just on the other side of this boundary. It is where Ambassador Alba was given his speech tonight. At least that's where I heard the Yatagarasu had appeared. In that case, I believe it is vital that I investigate the Rose Garden post-haste.
Wait, before you go, take a look at this, Mr. Edgeworth.
What is it?
My guess is that it's a guitar pick. I picked it up now, just over there. Do you think it'll be of any use?
There is little water on it, but how did the water get on it? It doesn't look like there's anything it could get wet from around here.
I was thinking, they have concerts here at this open-air stage from time to time, right?
Alright, I'll find its owner later. Guitar pick jotted down in court organizer.
Oh yeah, there's one more thing. Mr. Edgeworth, would you be willing to hold on to this?
What is this?
It's misused perfume. It's the bottle that woman left behind and that I found 7 years ago. I thought that one day it'd be of some use at tracking her down. So I kept it safe all this time.
Link.
Oh, there's Link.
Thank you. I'd be honored to hold on to it for you. Linky, you want to come down or are you staying up?
It's like I heard that Amber said she's disappointed in me, so I don't want to come down.
That's because you made a mess again, so people will be disappointed in you.
He's like, well then what's the point of even being here? I might as well just sit and not talk to anyone all day because everyone's mad at me.
That's okay. Would the perfume become expired by now? I don't know. They're having a real time cleaning this fire up right now. I suppose we should stay out of here and investigate the stage some other time then. Right then. Yeah, he looked at you and then he put his head down again. Kay can't come with us.
Link does feel bad though because when I went downstairs and he did something wrong, he ran away from me. He looked at me for a second and then he ran. Because he was like sad.
Are you sure it was him?
I don't know. Just look at these scaffolds! Yeah, I am, because when Zelda and Shadow were here and there was a problem with their thing, they didn't do that. Only Shadow did. Zelda didn't do that at all. Just looking at these scaffolds make me want to climb them!
I recommend that you do not try it. There was a fire burning here until only a little while ago.
Yeah, but I think enough time has passed, so it should be alright. Thief Child says, if there's a height to be scaled, then scale if you must.
You mean scale it, you must. Starting from the thief child, would you care to explain what you just said?
Yeah, I gave him a little pet, and he looked at me like...
Yep, you gave a little pat.
This bush looks like the perfect place to hide some sort of treasure, you know?
If treasure could be found so easily, wouldn't everyone be able to live life a bit easier?
Aww, don't dash my dreams!
Dashing dreams is what I do.
Why?
Because I'm a jerkface.
I don't think so. Ah!
What? What is it? Don't tell me you actually found something!
Whoops! So, false alarm!
How could I have let myself get caught up in her wild delusion?
Oh, there it is again! Ah! Ah!
There is a sign here warning passerbyers to take precautions around the renovation site.
They're really going all out, huh? There's construction going on everywhere!
I believe the Ambassador Powell said it was to attract more tourists and visitors.
But what can they do with the new stuff they're building? Hey, what do you think they should do, Mr. Edgeworth?
How about transforming it into a courthouse?
Hey, be serious!
But I was being serious.
So, how come so many traffic cones are red and white?
That's because they're highly visible from a great distance. Wait, we've already discussed this.
Oh, is that why? Then the reason you wear that wine red suit is for visibility's sake?
Please don't compare me to ragged plastic traffic cones.
So you look like a traffic cone then, huh?
Oops. I didn't mean to do that. So
We
how
had
do we
one
go
more
to the
thing
garden?
we had to examine.
The wheelbarrow? A variety of tools are laid out here. I assume they're for renovation work.
Hey, it's a wheelbarrow!
You mean a wheelbarrow?
Oh, but it makes much more sense that way. Ancient people probably wheeled barrels, right? I don't know if we have somebody already on Saturday or not.
I believe we have Decker this Saturday, but I'll look into stuff, Richard, to get back to you. Because everybody is... all the Ultimates are doing Saturday, and it's... or Friday and Saturday and Sunday, and it's like...
I missed one last
we have...
Saturday from the midway.
Right. We have 16 Ultimates, and they're only choosing the weekends, so it's we have someone who's Carlos is doing Thursday. He's doing tomorrow, which is great. So we're doing the best we can, but I believe that this weekend is 2 different Ultimates, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh,
So.
he said if not, we can do it at 4:30 sometime. I get off at 4:30.
Get off at 4:30. Okay.
Or sometime a week. Okay.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Richard. K.
Makes more sense that way. Ancient people probably wheeled barrels, right?
I highly doubt that's where the word came from, but
Just let me have one for once, okay? Come on.
no.
I always wondered that too. Wheelbarrow. I thought that can't be the word. It has to be wheelbarrow. But it's not. It's wheelbarrow. It's a weird word.
We saw the show just beyond these doors, but it's been quite numbers of hours now.
And Mr. Edgeworth, have I ever told you that you talk like an old fogey?
I was merely reminiscing. Is that such a crime?
Hi, Sammy Burking. Hi, Dumdrum. Hi, Jesse. Hi, Jonathan. Hello, OH. Hi, GameWing1, and hi, everyone.
I think I'll be returning to the investigation in Alabast now, but...
I know, I'll go back to the phone and do some more investigating there. Hi, Richard Taylor. Hi, Zach. Hi, Miss Deanna. Hi, Marissa. Hi, Jonathan. Hello, Jade Rose. Hi, Champion Paul. Hi, BG Shine. Hello, Shadow Trooper. Hi, everybody coming in. Hi, Tim Reed. Hi, everyone. Hope you guys are all having a great day.
Okay, so this is a rose garden. Nice.
I see you're back, Miles Edgeworth. Oh, I see you're back, Miles Edgeworth. How are things been, Baba? Although I can't really say I expected much from Scruffy and that girl.
The investigation into Manny Cochin's death hasn't really progressed any. However, the investigation into the Yatagarasu has.
Ah, yes, the Yatagarasu, I see. Even now I find it hard to believe. A person who can freely traverse between the two countries at will? Preposterous.
Well, that's what I came here to investigate. I heard that this is where the witness claimed to have seen the Yatagarasu.
That's correct, Miles. Ambassador Alba was to give a speech here tonight in Alabast. And that's when the Yatagarasu appeared. The shadow of the mysterious thief appeared, and just as suddenly it vanished. After that, there was the fire at the Ablaze embassy that the Yatagarasu started.
I vow that not a single feather from the Yatagarasu shall escape my diligence. Begin investigation. Personally, I think the Yatagarasu is either Lang, or I think it's his secretary.
Oh my gosh.
Well, think about it. They're the only ones who are able to travel independently through, like, both embassies.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But I thought it's a fake Yatagarasu. Because the real one is K.
Yeah, well, yeah, one of them is not. Never mind. I think one of them is the fake
Are
Yatagarasu.
we on the auto?
Why?
I was just wondering, because I forgot to test.
Okay, 120 likes is the next one. Alright.
That is a nice garden outside, says Miss Deanna.
It's very nice. Is it possible that the Yatagarasu hid in these bushes?
Of course not, Miles. They're rose bushes. You've been spending too much time with Scruffy and that girl. They're rubbing off on you. But it's all right. I'll wake you out of your stupor. Oh, psh. No, the next time you feel like sleep talking, remember, I'll whip you for real.
All I tried was to offer up a possibility, and this is what I get.
Francisca doesn't have very much patience for people.
There is an overturned spotlight here.
When the Yatagarasu appeared, the audience that was waiting for the speech to start panicked. I suppose that's when someone must have knocked it over.
I'm having a tough time realizing the mass confusion that took place here.
I thought to use my whip to capture the Yatagarasu. However, there were people in my way, and I was unable to land even a single lash.
I suppose that means that some poor person's saps were hit instead. Probably.
They totally deserved it, Miles.
A great statue of a woman. I wonder if the lady is pouring water.
It says that it's a statue of the Queen who spoke of love to King Primidux. Well, Miles, it seems that you're lousy at reading a woman's heart.
I opened my mouth about a statue and she somehow made the leap to that. This statue bears a resemblance to the Primidux statue.
The plaque says King Primidux and the battlefield. In order to save the Queen, King Primidux put his life on the line and went to war.
So the Primidux was actually a person of royal blood. I thought he was simply someone imitating a character from an ancient legend.
Wow, what surprises me is that a real person who looked like the Steel Samurai existed, Miles.
I suppose that's that too. There's that too. These are some beautiful roses here. They appear to be well maintained.
Huh, you're being too nice, Miles Edgeworth. The arrangement is devoid of any design sense at all. Roses only truly shine when they're grouped by color. One color per location, of course. They lose their beauty when they're all mixed together like this.
I can't tell if she's being sarcastic or not. On second thought, there is a rather serious look on her face, and I'd better leave it be.
They should really rethink the proper balance of these roses, Miles. Honestly.
Of all the people to comment on the proper balance of things...
What was that, Miles?
Let's see, what else can we look at? More spotlights.
Oh, we can look at the pond itself. Okay. There are roses scattered on the surface of the water, creating a pleasant fragrance.
It's not just for aesthetics, Miles. This pool's water is also used in putting out fires.
I see. Oh! The pool stopped filling itself automatically.
The fountain spouts are set to stay open until the pool's water reaches a certain level.
If this water is used to put out fires, I suppose it must be refilled to normal level. Which suggests that this pool was recently used somehow in this embassy. I guess I'll take some notes about it just in case. Yeah, it was used to probably put the fire out in the other embassy. Probably ran a hose into it or something, I don't know. Whoa!
Oh, what?
What are you doing? Like, oh!
How dare you surprise me like that?
I'm sorry! Oh, hey, Edgy! Thanks for what you did back there. Your gratitude alone is enough. Now go home. More importantly, Larry, this pool is not for your personal enjoyment. I know that! Do you really think that I'm the type to just jump into a pool and swim around for fun?
Objection!
Alright then, did you by chance fall into the pool? Nice guess, but no dice. So you know my son, right, Edgy? Your son? Yeah, I guess I kinda lost sight of him when I shook hands with my ambassador. And I'm pretty sure he was around here when I last saw him!
You imbecile! How can you be so flippant at a time like this? What are you going to do if your son fell into the pool? Honestly, and how old is this child of yours anyway, Larry?
I don't know. How old is he again?
Wow.
Larry, this is the first I've heard of a son. Who exactly is the mother? The mother? Oh, that chick, the pink princess.
Wait, what? Oh, wait, no. Okay.
It's a prop.
Okay. It's not real. The pink princess?
Hold it, Miss Von Karma. I was a bit confused by this man's words for a bit there. However, I believe what he's looking for is the doll of the Iron Infant. Yep, because I'm the Steel Samurai through and through, heart and soul. And the Iron Infant is my cute little son.
You have given a whole new meaning to the phrase astounding fool!
Larry, we have not seen... Larry... Sorry. We have not seen hide nor hair of the Iron Infant. But rest assured that if we should find him, I'll let you know. Now get out of there. Sounds good. In that case, I'll search over there. Wait!
Oh.
Well, it's not as if he'll get very far swimming around in that pool. And though he's unrelated to the murders, he sure knows how to cause a lot of trouble. Okay. I'm just gonna stand there and let the guy drown. A rose garden. Pool
Yeah,
hygiene.
but today I didn't feel good. I actually slept for 3 hours upstairs. I don't know why. I just fell asleep.
Pool hijinks, this, that, and the other.
I got more Hot Pocket thingies. If you really want, I have plenty of breakfast stuff. So if you really want to, or if you want breakfast stuff from that one place, I have plenty of breakfast stuff myself. I don't need to order anything because I can always make myself eggs or an omelet.
Is there any hard-boiled eggs left, or are they all gone?
There's a ton of hard-boiled eggs.
I think I'll have a hard-boiled egg today with a little bit of salt. So this is where Ambassador Alba was to give his speech.
The stage was set up nicely, Miles. However, where was the audience supposed to sit?
Perhaps they were supposed to sit around the edge of the pool.
That's such a poor planning. If there was no place other than a spot or two by the pool. They really should have made seating arrangements like how the gallery is set up in court.
Indeed, you can sense that consideration for the viewers was taken with those.
So in the end, Miles, the speaker and his audience were to stand the whole time?
Yes, although I suspect the audience would have liked to sit down after a while. How in the world would this have worked?
Why would they stand the whole time?
Yeah, exactly. There's one seat here. I suppose Ambassador Alba sat in this chair.
Ambassador Alba is very elderly. The chair was prepared for him should he have gotten tired during his speech.
In that case, why didn't he plan to make his speech sitting down in the first place?
The ambassador is also quite prideful. That's why.
He sounds like my old principal from grade school, who'd speak at assemblies. Yeah.
He sounds like the Emperor.
Yeah, that's how I made him sound, because he looks old and decrepit. It was kind of fun. Anything else going on here?
There was a speech bubble I saw when you were near that chair.
I just used the chair.
I know, but there was somebody. I think you could talk to Francisca.
Oh. No, I can't.
Oh, I thought I saw maybe Lang.
It's Lang. Lang and his, whatever.
Crony.
Crony.
I don't know.
Stupid control. There we go.
Have you finished checking out all the bystanders?
Yes, sir. And we found 14 counts of pickpocketing, 16 counts of illegal parking, and one person ran a red light, sir.
Don't tell me you didn't find anything related to the case.
Sir, not a single thing, sir.
Well, for now, let's just get those other lawbreakers down to the precinct.
Oh, interesting.
Agent Lang.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Prosecutor.
I would just like to thank you for your assistance earlier.
Make no mistake, it's not like I was trying to help you with what I did.
After I left, did you receive word from Ambassador Alba?
We're to wrap up our bodyguard assessment at the end of the day. Oddly enough, we received word from HQ to return home on an urgent matter. Heh, as if I can be so easily called away from this case after I've come this far. I swear that I'll find the truth and drag it out screaming into the light. You're with me on this, right, Mr. Prosecutor?
So that's interesting. So their country is calling them back, so that means one of them is the Yatagarasu. Either Chang, whatever her name is, or him. Although, he wants to stay around and keep investigating, so that's interesting. So they're trying to get their two agents, their Interpol agents, out. Something is fishy. If they were going to stick around after the murder, but they're both leaving today, that's very suspicious.
Which...
He just said the Interpol agents are all pulling out tonight.
Maybe they have to cross who's more than one person.
It could be.
Also, I just had a thought. I mean, I don't know. Like, I was wondering what GameWing says. I had a thought, but I'm not going to say it. I had a weird idea. But I was just, it got me thinking. I had a kind of a weird idea, too. Like, well, he said he cannot find, like, they don't usually talk about something in this game unless it's important to the story and says it's important to the case. Like, there's not just a random side story that has no importance to the case. So, the fact that he said I cannot find the doll that's, like, I cannot find the doll that's the, Steel Samurai's kid.
Oh, the Steel Samurai infant?
So maybe the Steel Samurai infant could have been something else. It could have been a murder weapon. It could have been one of the statues. Maybe they switched the statues. Could have been a lot of things. Like, because they were, you know, because the Steel Samurai was going between the two countries.
Yeah, but the thing is, the Steel Samurai, the infant was on the stage show, and they both have had the same statues, like, around this entire time.
I know, but it's just weird. Like, I feel like that has to be significant that he can't find the Steel Samurai kid.
Alright.
I don't know.
Yatagasu's appearance. You were working as an ambassador, Alba's bodyguard, at the time, so naturally you witnessed when the Yatagarasu appeared, correct?
Yeah, I saw the thief all right with my own two eyes. The Yatagarasu was always there, lurking in the shadows. But when the spotlights were turned on for the Ambassador Alba's speech, a shadow appeared. That's when cries of "It's the Yatagarasu" rang out. The next second, the spotlight went out. And by the time we got to the area, lit again, the thief had vanished. When we investigated afterwards, we found that the reason the lights went out was because someone had unplugged the extension plug of the outdoor electronics. Whether it was someone doing it on purpose, or simply a guest had tripped over it, we don't know. But one thing is for certain, the Yatagarasu was here.
So you're saying that basically all you saw was the thief's silhouette?
Yes.
Objection! If all you saw was a shadow, then it's entirely possible that the shadow belonged to someone else.
Ha! Good thinking, sis. You just might be right. If it weren't for the fact that there was no one else with the same shape. Not among the staff or the audience members. My men have already done a thorough check of everyone, so I know I'm right.
Someone else's shadow. That sounds like a plausible hypothesis. The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagarasu. I believe I figured out its true origin.
I expected no less from my subordinates. Now let's hear what you know on the subject, Miles Edgeworth.
What really casts a shadow of the Yatagarasu? It's one of the statues. I'd say it's this statue here.
Maybe, yeah, you can try it.
Take that!
The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagarasu is not possible that it was created by this statue. Is it not possible?
Objection! Objection! Are you playing me for a fool, Miles Edgeworth? This statue bears absolutely no resemblance to the shadow of the Yatagarasu! Ah!
You are correct. However, this statue is but one part of the whole picture.
What do you mean by only one part?
What other part of the real form of the Yatagarasu shadow? This thing in the back.
Take that!
Francisco, if you could please take a look at this. Don't you find it a bit suspicious?
Not at all.
As I thought. For you, see, I was merely testing you just now. Whoops.
We have no time to waste on your pompous talk, Miles. So get on with your explanation already.
No!
Whoopsh.
I guess Francisco just couldn't understand my point. I need to think it through again. Now, how the Yatagarasu shadow, there really is only one thing that can explain how it was cast, and it must be this. What other part of the real form of the Yatagarasu shadow? I don't know. I thought I had it spot on. It was a statue, and if you put the spotlight right next to it, it would look like it's wearing like a weird hat thing.
What does the shadow look like again?
What?
I don't even know what the shadow looks like. I don't know how to compare it. Where is our shadow?
It looked like it had like a foofy like bird hat.
Well, can we look at the shadow in the court record or no? We can't.
No. No, you cannot.
Well, maybe, I don't know, from what I can remember what it looked like, I thought there was something weird towards the lower part of the, I don't know. Maybe if they shown the shadow, maybe if they had different light behind it, coming from different angles, it would make like, it would make like, I thought there was some weird, maybe if you shown the, like the light correctly, like on her arm, it would like make a weird pattern for the lower part of the shadow. I don't know.
Which arm?
The one on the bottom, because I thought there was something weird on the bottom of the statue.
You want me to click its arm?
Yeah, or like her hand or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Take that!
Francisco, if you could take a look at this, don't you find it a bit suspicious?
Not at all, Miles. Oh.
No, as I thought.
Well,
For you see, I was merely testing you just now, and, well, you passed.
we have no time to waste on your pompous talk. Oops, sorry. Okay, maybe try the other. Maybe your other.
I'm gonna save again because we only have a few strikes left.
Okay.
Save.
I thought there were some weird lines on the shadow. Maybe like if there were some weird lines, maybe your fingers could be those weird lines if they were shown the right way on it. I don't know.
I mean, the only way we can view the fingers is this hand here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, we'll try it. I wish I could look back at the shadow to see more.
Francisca, if you could take a look at this, don't you find it a bit suspicious? Nope.
Not at all, Miles.
As I thought. For you, see, I was merely testing you just now, and I failed again. Reload save file. Whoops. I just did the statue's hand. It didn't work.
We just tried both of their hands.
I just tried both of their hands. Something's not right here. Alright, we need to reload. I know, I presented the hand, it didn't work. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to say.
That's literally the hand right there. I don't know why it didn't work. Try it again.
We can try it again, but I think we already did it.
Take that!
If you take a look at this, don't you find it a bit suspicious? Nope.
Not at all, Miles.
It's not counting the hand.
That's weird. Well, I guess we have to load.
Yeah, we have to load. You want me to hit the light? Okay, I mean, why not? May as well try it. The lights!
Oh, like rearranging the light, maybe?
Take that!
Francisca, if you could please take a look at this. Don't you find it a bit suspicious? Nope, also wrong.
Not at all, Miles. What are you doing?
I just thought that blah 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 blah. Yow! Load again. Nope, wrong.
Wait, what shadow did we start with? What statue did we start with?
I've done the light, I've done the statue, I've done both hands.
I think we should do the other statue.
You want to do the other statue?
I think they're combined together, the light of both of them. Because there's a sword in that one.
Okay.
I think we need to. I think we should try that.
Take that!
It's another statue!
The Yatagarasu shadow was made from the shadows of these two statues.
Made? What do you mean by that, Miles?
Right now, the spotlights are all over the place. This is because they were moved when the guests were in a panic state. However, if we restore the lights to where they were when the thief appeared, I believe... Whoops.
You believe that the two shadows will recreate the Yatagarasu shadow?
Precisely. Now then, watch as I reveal the true form of the Yatagarasu. First, if we set up the spotlight to cast a shadow of King Prime What's-His-Face...
Primidux?
I don't care. If we use... You know what? We're doing it this way. If we were to set up the spotlight to cast a shadow behind the male statue with the sword, and the shadow of the king's statue would appear on the backdrop of the stage as so. Likewise, if we set up the queen, who spoke of love to the king, her silhouette would also appear on the backdrop to the stage as so.
Aha! So if we were to combine the two shadows... Oh... It looks nothing like the Yatagarasu shadow at all!
That looks very disturbing, actually.
Looks like someone with a spear out of their head. Miles Edgeworth, how do you explain this grotesque shape?
Calm down, Francisca! The way the light needs to be shown on the queen's statue is wrong, that's why.
What do you mean by that, Miles?
I'm getting to that. I believe that the whole of the King's shadow needs to be used for this to work. However, in this case of the Queen, I don't believe her whole shadow is needed. Rather, a person who created the shadow only used one part of her shadow.
One part, Miles?
Yes, and that one part alone is enough to fill the rest of the Yatagarasu shadow.
Well, why didn't you say that in the first place, Miles?
You didn't allow me to. You're right, I apologize. Now, the part of the Queen's statue was used to complete the Yatagarasu thingy is this hand.
Looks like a hand.
Now we'll try the hand.
Take that!
Think back to what is missing in our shadow. 5 long, thin areas, correct? Now what does that remind you of? That is correct. It can only be the shadow of the Queen's left hand. Francisca, can you please adjust the spotlight's position so that it only shines on the Queen's left hand?
All right. Let's give it a try and see what we get, Miles. Oh, wow. It's...
Oh, yeah, this is exactly what the shadow I saw.
Oh, wow.
The culprit must have changed the spotlight's positioning beforehand, and then pulled the plug after people saw what the culprit wanted them to see. In their panic, the guests must have moved the spotlights around, which we can assume was also part of the culprit's plan. By the time the lights came back on, the Yatagarasu's shadow had vanished.
Which means the shadow was a construct from the very beginning.
So you see, the Yatagarasu never did visit the Alabast tonight. The only country that the thief visited was Babel, although it can be assumed that the Yatagarasu had an accomplice in Alabast.
An accomplice? But who?
I haven't figured that out yet, but I assume it was the person who set up the Shadow Show. I sense that the biggest clue yet to solving this case is the existence of this accomplice.
Yay, all my points are back.
How's the investigation going? Oh, never mind.
Whoopsies.
Detective Bad, have you come to join us in investigating the Yatagarasu?
I've left the murder in Agent Lang's charge. And my only target from the very beginning is the Yatagarasu, so yeah.
So what have you found out?
I got a piece of evidence.
May I see it?
Sure, but you might regret it.
We're here because we are ready to face whatever may come, Agent Bad. So if you please, I mean detective.
When people heard the commotion, bystanders started gathering. And one woman claimed, I'm telling you, I'm the genuine international... Wait, never mind. One woman claimed, I'm telling you, I'm a genuine international journalist. She gave me an interesting picture.
A journalist?
Yeah, well, actually, she's a freelance cameraman. This is the photo I got from her.
What in the world?
It's a Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu is flying through the air!
The times, they're changing. It's not just man, but evidence. Even they lie to us now.
When was this photo taken?
Apparently right after the fires on the 4th and the 5th floors were put out. It was taken from nearby building that you can see the embassy from.
I see. So this was taken after the fire.
Photo of the Yatagarasu jotted down in the court organizer. The blur in this picture took off from the Balby's embassy, flew over the boundary and headed for the embassy of Albast.
Objection! Objection! This is simply not possible! People are incapable of flight!
Is that a fact? I've had the pleasure of dealing with these cases involving a flying person once.
Actually, come to think of it, I've come across a case like that as well. 2, actually.
Maybe it happens more often than we think now.
Am I up to the task of solving the mystery behind this photograph? Well, the Yatagarasu took off from the Balbi's embassy, so I should start from there. Francisca, I need to return to the investigation over in the other country.
All right, Miles.
Here I go again. Can I talk to you first? Yes, I can. No, I don't want to go.
I'll continue investigating on this side of the building.
All right, I'm counting on you. No! I wanted to talk to Detective. Darn it.
Welcome back, Mr. Edgeworth. Good thing you got to talk to everyone you needed to before you came back here. Come on! Let's get back to our investigation!
Oh, no.
Can we walk back and see if we can talk to Detective Bad?
Meet up with Kay. No, probably not. Yes, let us continue. Blup, 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 blup. They don't even care anymore. They just let us freely go as we please. Blup, 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 blup.
They're just like, I'm not even going to check your pockets.
March 14th, 10:37 p.m. The embassy secretary's office, or whatever. Doop, 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 doop.
To think, after all that running around, we're right back to where we started.
It would appear that way, again. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth!
Oh, hello.
Have you found Manny's killer yet? I'm terribly sorry, Ambassador Powell, but I've yet to find his killer. Then I guess his murder really was the work of the Yatagarasu.
Let's get one thing straight. It was the work of the fake Yatagarasu. The real Yatagarasu was a noble vigilante who was only out to steal the truth.
Miss Faraday, please don't make such a sad face. If there's anything I can do for you, all you have to do is ask, alright?
Mr. Pelino!
Actually, there is one thing you can do. Will you allow us to take another look around? We didn't have enough time to conduct a thorough investigation earlier. Oh, sure! Feel free to investigate to your heart's content. Also, there are a few questions I'd like to ask you personally, Ambassador. If it will bring a smile back to Miss Faraday's face, then I'll gladly answer anything.
Thank you, Mr. Pelino. You're a total gentleman.
Ha ha! You don't have to waste such nice words on me, little miss.
Hey, Sir Pelino.
Those two sure get chummy awfully quickly.
You know, it's easy to say we're going to investigate, but where should we begin?
We should probably start by comparing the statue of this room. We should probably start by comparing the state of this room before and after the fire. And then we should look into the matter of the suspicious person you spotted.
Yeah, when I came into this room, that person was already gone. But I'm willing to bet that person that I was chasing is Mr. Cochin's killer.
We don't know that yet. However, it's hard to believe that person is unrelated. Furthermore, because the key to the Yatagarasu stole 7 years ago was found here, it signals that perhaps Miss Yu is also somehow involved.
I knew it! That woman is most definitely Mr. Cochin's killer.
Yet again, we don't know that. There are too many mysteries to be solved here. Speaking of the Yatagarasu and mysteries, I've received a most mysterious photo from Detective Bad.
Uncle Bad? He's taking part in the investigation too?
Yes, he's been chasing after the Yatagarasu for all these years.
Uncle Bad!
Now then, I was told that this photo was taken just after the fire.
What? This kinda looks like the person in the long coat I was chasing! Does this mean that I was chasing the fake Yatagarasu after all?
I don't know the answer to your question, but I don't think people could fly either.
But this could be how that person escaped!
Well, we'll need to investigate a bit more before we can say anything about that. In any case, let us not dawdle on any more and pick up your investigation where it left off. There.
What? Pause? What? Okay, Link, what are you staring at? Be a good cat. Thank you.
Alright, thank you, Jacob Langlet, for the super chat. First super chat of the day. Thank you so much, Jacob Langlet. Hope you're having a great day. Great to see you.
150.
And thanks for also being a member, Jacob. Thank you so much for your help. I might share some Halloween songs next month. Awesome, Jacob. That sounds fun. Halloween songs like the Monster Mash. Thank you, Jacob. You're breathtaking. Thank you so much.
We're gonna have to push.
Hi, Crossfighter. Good. How are you doing? Hi, Dylan. Hi, Jacob Langwood. Hi, HM Goldbeck. Hello, everyone. Hi, Game Wing 1. Hi, Emmy. Hi, everybody.
Shorts. Bless you, Linky. Okay. Alright, guys, we have to push a short, because this stream's not doing the greatest. So if you guys could click that, that would be fantastic. Whoops. I don't even know if that's right. Is that correct? Yeah.
You
Okay.
put in Stop Pretending?
Yeah, that's correct.
I was trying to do the Powerpuff Girls short, because this is kind of a mean. I don't like these.
The Injustice short, but there's no people watching the Injustice short, so... There are people still watching Powerpuff Girls, so it's hard for me to judge if people are actually watching the Powerpuff Girls one.
I understand.
There's no views on the Stop Pretending.
You already explained it.
Oh. Okay, I already explained
When I said I understand.
it. Okay. Alright, investigate this fool again. There's an open window here. Oh, this is new. It appears this area was heavily damaged by the fire.
Yeah, I guess we should go hurry up and get started examining everything.
Something in your tooth you need? Whoa.
Ugh,
Cat hair?
I don't know.
Probably. Link's cat hair goes in the ear. Okay. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Okay, so we're investigating everything, including the burnt phone. Okay.
Oh, so I guess embassy phones are just like normal phones, huh?
Well, what did you imagine them to look like?
I thought that the balls would look like a flower, and then the receiver would be a butterfly. That way it would look like the butterfly receiver was sucking nectar from the flower base.
What? If any country had a flower phone, it would be Alabast, don't you think?
Oh, then maybe the phone I envisioned would have been from when they were Cadopia.
There's really no point in asking me about something that never existed in the first place.
You know what you lack, Mr. Edgeworth? Curiosity and imagination!
Yes, quite.
I'm sorry, Kay, but your imagination is running wild at this point.
There is only one book left standing, Treasures of the World.
Wait! Let me see that! Oh, I see! Ah! The most important part was blackened by the fire. Why, cruel fate? Why?
It looks like the map of where the treasures are located has been burnt. Whoops. Da-da-da, da-da-da.
Okay, one sec.
When I gave Link a pet.
I gave Link a pet because he looked. Whoops!
Oh.
Not done investigating yet, so I don't know why they did that. Okay.
Hi, Sammy. Hi, Crossfighter. Hi, HM Goldbeck. Hello, Master Gundam. Hi, Dylan. And everyone. I hope you guys are all having a great day.
There is a bottle of ink on Mr. Cochin's desk.
Hey, it looks like there's still a lot of ink left inside.
The seal is unbroken, so the fire probably couldn't get into the bottle to burn up the... The seal is unbroken, so the fire probably couldn't get into the bottle to burn up the ink.
That's a lot of words for one sentence. Hey, Mr. Polino, it looks like your precious Bobbalese ink is all right after all.
What? That's odd.
Why would it be odd?
Ambassador, what do you mean by that? Well, it's just that there is something strange about the ink. Would you mind elaborating on that statement for me, please?
This guy seems completely sus.
Alright, I want to keep investigating
Unless
the
he's
desk.
just weird.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. We'll do the ink later. I want to investigate everything about the desk first. So, let's look at this planner. It looks like a bunch of flyers with coupons attached to them.
Babel sure gives away a lot of different coupons. Maybe I should create one of my own. I will call it the Great Thief Coupon.
And what kind of discount would you net you?
A 5-finger kind. What else? And I'd steal an extra thing or two for the bearer.
Things such as...
Such is the truth. What else would I steal?
What I wouldn't give to have a mountain of your coupons right now. Okay. Manny Cochin. His name is written here on this nameplate.
A man plate? What's that, Mr. Edgeworth?
A slip of the tongue, that's what it is.
Because you're so manly, you put the word man in front of everything? Because you're like, all the ladies like you, like the pink princess seem to, like, be around you.
You weren't there, so you don't know anything.
Why would you put a nameplate with your name on it in your own office? That's weird.
I suppose it's to inform people in case they walked into the room, so they would know who's sitting at the desk.
Whoa, people would actually visit you in your office? Wow. I mean, I never see anyone come to your office, Mr. Edgeworth. You just sit alone on the desk with a pile of papers.
Actually, my desk is very well organized. Much better than this ruffian's.
Do you think that maybe it's also there to remind you of your own name? Like if you forgot your name one day?
Well, either way, it's never a bad thing to set a nameplate on it once. Yeah. Either way, it's never a bad thing to set a nameplate on one's desk.
My name is... Darn it, I don't have a plate to remind myself what's my name again.
Okay, I'm going to throw you out this open window and see
Oh,
if you
yeah.
really do fly.
It's Kay. Thanks for remembering, Mr. Edgeworth.
That looks like a very comfortable chair, actually.
Well, it doesn't look all that broken, so why don't you try sitting on it?
No, I'd better not. It's very important that we preserve the crime scene as it was at all times.
Oh, come on. You're just a stick in the mud. Not fun at all. But you're always touching all sorts of things at crime scenes.
That's because I'm a prosecutor and it's part of my job to examine things.
Oh, and my job is to be a great thief.
Which is exactly why you are not allowed to touch anything.
I already stole 5 things from the crime scene.
Oh dear.
They're in my pockets.
That's not good.
My handprints are all over them.
Okay, stop making matters worse, please. Thank you. It would appear that this desk has fell victim to the fire.
But it doesn't look too damaged. Oh, I think we can rifle through this drawer a little bit.
I suppose we really should take a look.
Totally. Maybe there's a coupon in there.
Stop it. This is a rather unusual shape for a notepad. I suppose this must be another souvenir from somewhere. It seems that the contents of this drawer survived the fire rather well.
Now that's a sturdy desk. I guess that's the value of solid wood construction. Let's see if there's anything useful left in here, Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecutor, sir?
I mean, I just clicked on everything and it says no.
I guess there's nothing left in here. That's weird. Maybe we have to make maybe we have to make some kind of, like, a hypothesis about it. And stuff. Let's see.
56. Examine desk. Whoops. Alright, let's see how people are doing with the short break. Okay, guys, 11 people have clicked the short. We need more than 11 people to click the short, please. So, if you guys could just take a second while we ponder what to do next, that would be fantastic. It'll help keep the view stable. 11 people have clicked the short in the past 10 minutes or so.
I think we should click on that thing that you have it on and deduce that, because that is a weird looking notepad.
Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold?
Yes.
It looks like a shape of similar something that we already have.
Oh, there you go.
Right
a note thingy.
Eureka!
This shape is... let me do that again. The shape of this notepad matches the shape of this note we found.
Hey, you're right. What is it? It looks like something straight out of the Monument Valley.
Ah, yes, that notepad is a souvenir from somewhere in our country. Your country. We've been collecting them for the purpose of studying them, you see. Yes, I do. You do seem to be quite passionate about it. Oh, would you like to see my souvenir collection? I'd love to show it to you. Are you sure they haven't been burnt to a crisp by the fires? Ambassador Pal, I wonder if you might recognize the handwriting on this note. This looks like Manny's handwriting. I see. In that case...
Oh, did you figure something out?
Yes, this note was found in Alabast. Specifically, it was found being firmly grasped by the murdered Mr. Damask II.
Damask too? Then this note...
Yes, it was a request from Mr. Cochin from Damask to steal the Primidex statue.
Whoa.
What? Manny tried to steal Albast's Primex statue? We would know for sure if we could run a handwriting analysis. Ambassador, do you have any documents that were written by Mr. Cochin? Yes, I can gather a few and give them to you. I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe later to run the analysis. I can't believe that Manny would even think of doing something like this.
Oh my gosh, why does he go back and forth?
Maybe he's like a Interpol agent, I don't know. Do you have any idea as to why he would have requested the theft of the statue? There is one possibility, but mind you, it's just my personal speculation. Anything you can tell me would be of great help, Ambassador. Okay, so there's more we could talk to the Ambassador about. Alright, now we're getting somewhere.
But wait, there's more.
Can we look out the window? You can see Alabastian Embassy through this window.
So where were you when you were investigating over there, Mr. Edgeworth?
You can see it from here. I was there on the 5th floor. That's where that's where the Mask 2 was killed.
Oh, what? You mean the Damask too? Poor guy. As a fellow second-generation thief, I can't just turn a blind eye to this.
Even though Damask 2 was merely an imposter of the original. A fireplace, So Babbel's offices have them too.
Two?
There's a fireplace in relatively the same location in the Alabastian office. However, we found something there that I'd rather not recall ever again. I still can't believe that we found that lady's undershirt in the fireplace.
Oh, still thinking about that, huh? If it was that traumatizing, why don't you try creating new memories with this fireplace? We could roast marshmallows or have a bonfire. You could climb inside, and we could play hide and seek in here.
And come out covered in soot? I think not.
You really have no sense of fun, Mr. Edgeworth.
I have plenty fun. You are the stick in the mud. Let me check this again. The safe wasn't open at the time of the fire.
You could tell because the inside wasn't burnt, right?
Yes, and thanks to the safe's fire resistance, the smuggling evidence was preserved.
Aren't safes great? They always hold the wonderful promise of treasures within.
Well, this one certainly did have a few prizes inside as well. Okay, so we investigated here, investigated the window, investigated that. Let's investigate the corpse. It appears that Mr. Cochin's body has been taken in for an autopsy. The white line is all that is left to tell the tale of his murder. Okay, that didn't do anything. What's this? Ambassador Powell, what exactly used to be here? What used to be a stack of brand new pamphlets? But it looks like they were all burnt up. I guess we'll just have to reprint them! But no matter how fast we reprint them, they always disappear so quickly. Is the Babblese tourism industry really that hot right now? Of course! Although, recently, the most popular vacation destination has been the Republic of Borginia. Why does that sound familiar?
Because that was our last case. They stole that statue. That was the last girl that was forgot to button her shirt was from,
Oh, right.
She could read.
But if we refuse to lose to them, We've been hard at work promoting Babel. Interesting. Well, I've just recently returned from a trip from Borgania myself. Oh, and how did you like it? It was all right. I probably shouldn't bring up the fact that I was a suspect on the flight home. It was all right. Let's look at the souvenirs.
Hey, it looks like all the souvenirs suffered some damage from the fire. I just don't believe it. Murder on top of arson. What a disgrace to the name of the Yatagarasu.
The fake Yatagarasu is guilty of much more than just theft, it seems.
I know, because if it were me, my first priority would have been to loot this bookshelf.
You would steal ordinary souvenirs that you can buy virtually anywhere?
Well, I mean, you can't buy them anywhere. Each one is specific to a location, has its own value. And items that have memories attached to them are the most valuable of all.
But could you really rob someone of their valuable memories just like that?
No, because even if I take a souvenir, I can't take the owner's memories.
A grandfather clock. This one resembles the one in Alabast. Oh, that clock has been with us back since we were still Copia.
That's one big clock! Hey, does this one have a bird that pops out like a cuckoo clock?
Aha, I'm sorry, but no. Oh, but I'm sure you'll love its chime.
Really? It's gonna be 11 soon, so maybe I'll get to hear it then.
Is that... Okay. Is it that time already? Time sure flies by when I'm involved in an investigation.
Oh, it's not that late. The night's only just begun.
It's not good for you to stay up late, you know.
Yes, Gramps.
Actually, that reminds me. Make sure that my phone is off too. Okay, now I will receive no calls from anybody. Good. Okay. So examine the clock. Examine this. Examine the knives now. We still don't know where the blades of the Balby's knife went. It could be that the killer walked away with it. Interesting. Alright, time to talk to this guy. Now then, Ambassador Powell, I'd like to ask you about your movements before the fire broke out. Oh, before the fire? Which fire are we talking about? Which one? There was more than one tonight? Huh? Oh, I see. I guess you didn't hear about it. We had 2 fires here at the embassy tonight. What a bother all that was. Okay.
Wait, but the one fire we know about is the one after the Jammin' Ninja show.
Ah, well, the first occurred at the start of the Jamming Ninja show. Luckily, only the 4th and 5th floors of our embassy caught on fire. Not wanting to cause a panic among the theater goers, we decided to keep it internal. Then the fire after the Jamming Ninja show was the second one of the night. Exactly. So the fire I witnessed was the second one. Come to think of it, didn't Detective Bad make reference to the first fire? When was this photo taken? Apparently right after the fires on the 4th and 5th floors were put out. I suppose this means that the photo was taken just after the first fire was put out. Okay, Yatagarasu updated. Yatagarasu, okay.
So then, what was the extent of damage in the second fire?
The second fire was contained to this floor and the 3rd floor. I think it was leftover embers from the fire on the floors above it that caused it. That's, how should I put this, a very bad stroke of luck. My office on the 5th floor, Manny's office here. And Manny himself, all gone in the blink of an eye. Fires and Babel data jotted down in my organizer. So he did lose his office. That's why he's just roaming around.
I feel so sorry for you, Mr. Pelino.
Oh, look at me going on and on. Now then, what was it you wanted to ask again? We're discussing what your actions and whereabouts for today were. And if you happen to know what Mr. Cochin's actions and whereabouts were as well. Very well, let's see. I've been quite busy all day in the morning until now. First, I woke up and then brushed my teeth. After that, I had a roll for breakfast. Hold it! Fascinating. How about you just skip to the relevant parts for me, please? Oh, you'd like a condensed version. All right, I can do that for you. Okay. 2 hours, 11 minutes. In-depth interview. Oh, stop it, stomach. Okay.
Luke is hungry.
Probably.
Look, I got some blueberry Eggos. I was thinking, you know what we could do?
Wait, we don't have a toaster though.
Oh.
Microwave. Wait, can you put toasters? Wait, can you even microwave Eggos?
I don't know.
Oh, you could put them in the oven.
We could put them in the oven. I was just thinking I could do that stuff where I made those eggs in the little muffin tin again. Or I could put, if we put them in the oven, I could get a little fruit cup and you could have that with yogurt for breakfast sometime. Like an Eggo with fruit cup. I found in the store they actually sell eggs with vegetables in a bag that you could microwave. But I just don't know if that would be good to reheat eggs in a bag. Sounds weird. Frozen scrambled eggs.
Okay, that's not correct. Alright,
Well,
everyone.
I just made you scrambled eggs when you were younger because it was easy for me to make, and I didn't know what you liked on it. You don't like mushrooms and stuff.
I like sunny side up eggs on toast. I think that's a good breakfast or a good meal or whatever. Because then, okay. Anyway, guys, could you click on Mage Wolf Short so we can end the hour with 1,000 views, please? Mage Wolf Short is always in rotation. Like, he loves that Wolf Short for some reason. I don't think it was a very good short, but whatever. It's always in rotation on our channel, like every other day.
That was mine, Wolf Link.
That was the Wolf Link.
Yep, and thank you, Crossfighter, and anyone else for posting the shorts in the chat. Appreciate your help.
We just call it Mage Wolf's favorite short because I think it is his favorite.
He likes posting.
He likes posting it. Alright, here we go. Morning activities. So what did Mr. Cochin and you do this morning? Oh, well, originally we were supposed to meet and shake hands with the Jamming Ninja. But Manny and I wanted to turn it into a photo op, so we were here tidying up his office. You helped clean Mr. Cochin's office. Why were you not cleaning your own? Well, I think I forgot to mention this, but my office is currently undergoing renovations. Which is why both the Primadex statue and the Balby's knife set are down here. I see. Oh, but the tidying didn't take much, really. We just burned some files we no longer needed and expired coupons in the fireplace.
Oh, I bet cleaning up the fireplace must have been a real pain, though, huh?
About that, I kind of forgot to clean the ashes out. I guess I'm up a creek without a Manny here to get angry at me.
Hold it!
An ambassador like yourself has been on the receiving end of the Secretary's anger. Whoa, he was very good at being very mad. Why, even just this morning he got mad at me. I spilled some ink onto the back wall when I was burning the files, you see? And he got mad at me saying that I should treat the ink with more respect.
Weird.
Talk about the boss getting bossed around. Okay. That's about it for what we did this morning. Just some cleaning. Don't tell me you had no other work to do, being an ambassador and all. I think this dude was a figurehead ambassador, personally. I still think he's a plant. I think he's an Interpol agent. The fact that he goes...
This guy is supposed to be the ambassador?
Yeah. The fact that he keeps going back and forth between personalities makes me think there's more to this guy than meets the eye. I think he's a, like, secret agent that's trailing maybe Lang and Xingya or whatever her name is. Xingyi or something. Sheena, yeah. Afternoon activities. Now then, if you could please tell me what you and your Mr. Cochin did this afternoon. Well, Manny and I went down together to the Theatrum Neutralis. We had to be there for the start of the Steel Samurai stage show. We're both fans. After the show started, I went back to my office on the 5th floor alone. So they were together until the start of the Steel Samurai show. A little while later, after I had straightened myself up a bit, I returned to the theater, because I was to take part in the photo op on stage at the end of the show. There was a commemorative photo op at the end. It was a fantastic photo of the three of us, the Ambassador Alba, the Steel Samurai, and myself. After the photo shoot, I went back to my office on the 5th floor to prepare for my handshake photo op with the Jammin' Ninja. He seems to be rather overworked for an ambassador. When I got to my office, that's when the fire broke out and I escaped down the stairs. My office was completely destroyed, but thankfully no one was hurt. I admit I ran away from the first fire as fast as my legs could carry me. But during the second one, I pitched in and helped the embassy staff put it out. So you didn't see Mr. Kochin again after the start of the Steel Samurai show? Yes, that's right, and the next time I saw him, he was lying there in an eternal sleep dead. I see. The fact you changed personality so quickly is a bit disturbing, Mr. Ambassador. I thank you very much for your help in all of this, though. No, I'm sorry I couldn't be more of assistance, Mr. Edgeworth. If there's anything else, please don't hesitate to ask, all right?
Weird.
Mr. Kochin's ink. I wonder if you might tell me what you noticed about Mr. Kochin's bottle of ink. Oh, I just thought of it right now, but during the second fire, Manny was worried about his office, so he came rushing back to it. I called out to him, and when I received no reply, I used my spare key to open the door. But when I did, I was greeted by a roaring green flames. The flames were so big that I wasn't able to see into the room at all. Hold it! The fire was green? What was the cause? Well, the Witta crystal oil burns green when it's lit, as you can see by this lantern here. And the Balby's ink is made from the same oil, which means it would also burn green. You know, I too had thought it was Manny's ink that had caught on fire. So that's why I was surprised to find out there was still a bottle of ink left on his desk. Okay.
The case of the perplexing green flames. Talk about a mystery.
Indeed. What exactly was it that caught on fire in here? Job for Damask. Wow, that's a lot of stuff going on. Green fire, yep. Like food coloring, but not. I believe that you said you might have an idea as to why Mr. Kochin hired Mask Damask. Actually, I fear it may be my fault. I was telling you earlier. We were to determine which statue was the real one as part of today's event.
But because of the Yatagarasu and the fire, that got canceled, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm actually relieved that the rest of the event has been canceled. For you see, the Balby statue, well, it's just a replica. And did Mr. Kochin know about the Primidex statue? Of course he knew. That's why he was the only person I could consult with. We'd have to do something once our statue was revealed as a replica. As to be expected, I was very nervous today, as this would impact our country's authority. Yes, I understand what you're saying. Oh, when I told Manny my concerns, he said, well, let me handle it. It'll be all right. I'll find a way to make sure you're the ambassador of the reunited Copia thingy. And at the time, I thought he was just trying to cheer me up. But when I saw the note, I realized he was very serious.
Hold it!
Mr. Kochin conducted a lot of business behind your back. I assume he did all of that to ensure that you are the next ambassador. But why was he trying so hard, I wonder? He was so much better at getting things done than I. Oh well, I don't have an answer yet as to why he was trying so hard. But I suspect he had an ulterior motive in mind beyond just simple kindness. Well, he couldn't be the smuggling ringleader and the ambassador at the same time. That'd be too much things to do.
Maybe he knew this guy was an idiot. That was the reason why he wanted him as the leader, because then he could continue doing stuff behind his back without any... Imagine, if you have a boss that's a moron, and you're able to talk on the phone, call your friends, take 15-minute breaks that are more like an hour, you get away with anything you want, and they don't notice anything. You would love to have that person as your boss, because they're a moron, so they can't tell anything that you're doing that's wrong. Maybe because this guy was such a moron, he thought, well, I'm just gonna keep him in office and then I can do whatever I want. Kind of like how, like, politicians in real life, they try to keep idiots in office so that they can continue to do bad stuff behind the scenes and no one will call them on it.
Yeah.
It's easier to keep somebody who's governing the country who's an idiot, because then you can get away with everything.
That's true.
That's just my personal opinion.
That's very smart.
Okay. I suspect he had ulterior motives in mind beyond just simple kindness.
No, it's just my personal opinion.
Oh, hey there, Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe, have you collected the information that I requested? Yep. I got it right here, sir. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Here you go, Kay. Feel free to look into it. It's for you, after all.
What is this, Gummy?
It's all the information on this room that I got from the embassy and the Interpol people. Now we know exactly how this room was before and after the fire.
Good work, Detective.
Oh, it was nothing, sir. I'm an expert at getting people to talk.
Wow, you two remind me so much of my father and Uncle Bad.
What do you mean?
As prosecutor and detective, your dynamic is just like theirs back in the day.
Well...
Whoa, don't you worry. I'm gonna find my own wonderful partner someday. And when I do, I'm gonna become a good Yatagarasu, just like my father, right?
Hold it! Please don't ask me questions to which I have no answers to, Kay. However, I can say that it is truly a wonderful thing to find a partner you can trust.
Oh, ha, you bet, Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay.
So what now, Mr. Edgeworth?
Well, I'd like to ask you for a favor, actually.
Yes?
That gadget, Mr. Thief, is it? That thing you call your secret weapon.
Oh, you mean Little Thief? Ha! You're coming to rely on it, aren't you?
Hold it! I don't need a crutch like that. I'm only asking because I need it for the investigation. From the information Detective Gumshoe gathered and the ambassador's testimony, I'd like you to please recreate this room as it was during the third floor fire.
You got it! All right, here we go! Dark skies of evening when no other birds dare to take wing. One alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood! Beep.
It seems there are other things besides the ambassador mentioned that have changed. It's possible that we might find the escape route the person Kay saw used as well. Whoa! What's this? It's some sort of light show I was not told about.
This is the power of a true vigilante, Ambassador. It is recreating the room with the info that I have inputted.
Really? That's certainly the only interesting device you have there, Miss Faraday.
Thank you.
I believe it's about time we return to our investigation. There's the papers they all burnt. This place was always a mess. More or less. Why was the grandfather clock moved? Okay. Little Thief.
That is a good question, Luke.
Little Thief. Used. Okay, so the papers don't look like... Those don't look like pamphlets.
So, Bafal is really into pushing their tourism industry, huh?
Yes, it would appear that way.
You know, I'd really love to take a trip. Hey, why don't we take one after this case?
Do you already have a destination in mind?
Well, I'd really like to go someplace where I can continue my thief training.
Well, if you want to learn the fine art of stealth, perhaps you should visit the studio where they make the Jammin' Ninja TV show.
Ooh, hey, that's actually a really great idea, Mr. Prosecutor.
I can't believe she took me seriously.
Aw, come on.
This safe wasn't open at the time of the fire.
You could tell because the inside wasn't burnt, right?
Yes, and thanks to the safe's fire resistance, the smuggling evidence was preserved.
Aren't safes great? They always hold the wonderful promise of treasure within to steal.
Well, this one certainly did have a few inside. A fireplace, huh? So Babble's offices have them too.
2?
There's a fireplace in relatively the same location. Nope, I'm not doing that again. Nope. I'd rather not recall that ever again. Still, I can't believe we found undershirts in the fireplace. Blah, 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 blah. Already did that.
You could climb inside and we could play hide and go seek!
No. I don't want to get soot all over me, and I'm not doing that again. There were curtains here. No, I want to examine the curtains. We already did this.
So...
You can see it from here. I was on the 5th floor.
What? You don't mean the masked mask? Poor guy. As a fellow second-generation thief, I can't turn a blind eye to this.
Even though he was merely an imposter. So, the curtains don't matter. None of this matters. None of this matters. The chair. It looks like a very comfortable chair.
Well, it doesn't look all that broken, so why don't you try sitting on it?
No, I'd rather not. It's very important that we preserve the crime scene as it was. Okay, so...
Oh, wow. You had an idiot boss that bankrupted the company? Oh, wow, Jotaro. Yeah, that's the problem with having an idiot for a boss. They can make you get away with everything, but then they don't really do a good job of running the company. And then bad things can happen. Like, people might think it's great for a while, but in reality, it would probably be better to have a tough boss that actually helps everyone to get paid and continues the company. It looks like one of the Ablaze knives was already missing before the fire began!
So it would seem, especially since the other 2 knives' handles were burned away.
The remaining handle was swapped out with the handle from the real murder weapon! And the Babal's national treasure was stolen! Poor Babal, don't you think?
I'm not sure I would lump the replica statue in with the rest of Bobble's woes. This grandfather clock. It appears in a different position before the fire.
Oh, wow.
According to the staff members, the clock was flush against the wall before the fire, sir. Which means that most likely it was moved by someone during the fire.
Weird. Speaking of which, it's totally 11 o'clock now, but I don't hear any chiming.
Ah, that's odd. It was still chiming right out in the dot of the hour this morning. Maybe the fire damaged its internal mechanisms or something? Ambassador, may we take a look inside that clock? Sure, go right ahead. Detective Gumshoe, if you could please inspect the inside of this clock. Oh, yes, sir. I'm on it. Mr. Edgeworth, I found this inside, sir. It looks like a length of wire. So this is what caused the clock to stop chiming. But what was long enough wire doing inside this clock in the first place? A good length of wire that was found wound up inside the clock tower. Why would someone do this to such a valuable clock? Okay.
Sounds like it was Mr. Polino that put the wire in there.
Wasn't.
Oh,
it wasn't Mr. Powell. Then perhaps it was Mr. Cochin's killer who did.
Whoa.
Indeed.
Great deducing, Mr. Prosecutor. So by this time, the Primiduck statues had already been swapped, right?
They must have been, as this one is covered in soot.
What lousy timing! And just as the 2 countries were about to become friends again! It would have been better if it had... if I had stolen it, for it to get caught up in that fire.
Okay, I think I understand your sentiment.
However, if you were to engage in theft, I can't look the other way. Is that what you're gonna say?
If you could please stop stealing my lines, this is my game after all.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just way cuter than you. Look at me.
I can't.
Your character on model always looks the same, and I have so much more to my outfit than you.
Actually, I'm very concerned by something.
Yes?
No, not you.
I have a cool hairstyle. Look at how many scrunchies
I knew it! You're underage! Get away from me, Kay.
I have like 9 scrunchies in my... Also, did you notice how short my skirt is?
Detective, please take this child away!
Child!
17 years old, and we're not in Japan, so you're not an adult.
I think think I should hang around with you
Nope.
as much as possible.
Nope.
Especially in rooms where we're both alone together.
Nope, this is a terrible idea.
Nothing could possibly go wrong!
There must have been large green flames Ambassador Pal saw.
With the flames like these, it's no wonder he couldn't get in!
Okay, by the time you came into this room, had the fire already been put out?
I have 7 scrunchies in a row, and I knotted them all on top of each other. That is an amazing feat.
What?
Yeah, the fire had died out or something by that time.
Then this fire is here only burned from the time the fire started on the 3rd floor. What? Until the Yatagarasu appeared and caused a stir in the babble, I see. Suppose.
I guess Mr. Polino was lucky enough to run into the fire as it was burning, huh?
Yes, you could say that. And since you were the first to discover the body, we can assume that no one else entered the room until that time. No one other than the person you were chasing, of course.
I knew it! That person I saw was definitely up to no good. I mean, that person could be Mr. Cochin's killer!
That is very likely to be the case, yes. After all, that person came into this room before you.
Before I...
And
Oh.
must have chosen this room precisely because they knew no one would be in here.
But then somebody killed them.
I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe the green fire was where it was to prevent anyone from coming in.
What?
Like a warning, like, don't come in here. There's green fire. But then, what did the person set on fire to make the flames green? Maybe they set on fire a shamrock shake because the green color would have come with the fire.
What? Well, whatever. It's that person burned it, made a rather sizable fire.
And since the fire's green, well, we've seen something that burns green, haven't we? It's a bit tinier than these flames, but you get what I mean.
Yes, and I do believe that what you're thinking is exactly why these flames are green. Which fire-related piece of evidence burns the same color as these flames?
I thought it was the ink.
See?
Take that!
The source of the green in these flames is related to this.
Oh, really? Well, I don't think they're related at all.
Oh? What? Sorry, it really isn't related after all.
Hey! You honestly apologized this time for being wrong. Wow!
What? I'm always honest!
Maybe you like me, even though I'm 17.
Stop it! You're gonna get us in trouble, Amber. Stop. Stop right now.
Maybe you don't. I think you just see yourself as a father figure or older brother, and we're just working together. It's totally normal. And that's a good thing. Now let's just keep doing it!
The only day that I can go out with a 17-year-old is on her 18th birthday. Legally. I need to think about this a bit more carefully. If I stay calm, the answer should come to me. This green flame, it's the same as that of the other flames. Legally, you could technically go out with someone on their birthday, because they're now 18.
I feel like that would be on the borderline.
Yes, it would.
I don't know if that would be safe.
Probably not. Anyway, maybe this.
Take that!
This silhouette lantern, its green flame comes from the witter crystal oil it's burning in.
Yeah, that's a fire I was thinking of too. I love the green it gives off.
I think we've now established that the green flames were caused by the witter crystal oil. Furthermore, we know that there is only one other thing made from this oil.
Oh, you mean that thing Mr. Polino was mistaken about, right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Yes, precisely, as we found out earlier in our investigation. I don't get it. Can you fill me in? Fine, I suppose I'll explain it in a way that even you can understand. This is the thing that made the witter crystal oil that Ambassador Palo was mistaken about.
Oh, I understand, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh,
This ink is made of the witter crystal oil. Oh, so it could burn the same color as the flames in the lantern, right? Precisely. However, the green flames in this room were not from the bottle of the ink.
because we found the ink Mr. Cochin used on his desk, right?
Yes, exactly. However, we know that Mr. Cochin was smuggling the ink in massive quantities. Now, what do you suppose he made using all that ink? I believe that he made with that ink is the answer to the... That's a lot of stuff. One sec. I believe what he made with the ink
I believe what he made with that ink is the answer to what gave birth to the green flames. My gosh, there's no comma! Okay.
Oh yeah! I'm beginning to really feel the energy coming from you, Mr. Edgeworth, but I know you're into older women, like Miss Oldbag. She's totally above 18, so that totally works for you.
I'm going to get my spray bottle and I'm going to squirt you repeatedly. Ha! It would appear that I have finally found it, the smuggling ring's real goal. Made of ink, this is the source of the green flames. I don't know.
Something with an ink on it.
Green flames. Present 236.
Well, then they said that they were making those... I thought they said they were making those counterfeit bills with the ink.
The money?
I thought they said they were printing money with... They found out it was made by Ablaze ink.
Okay.
I don't
Present
know.
money.
Maybe they were burning all the counterfeit bills? That's weird.
Okay. Present money.
Take that!
What would consume that great volume of ink to make? That would be the counterfeit bills that the smuggling ring made and are circulating in Zhangfa.
No, you're kidding!
No, I am not.
You're saying that it was Mr. Cochin who made the counterfeit bills?
I am. I believe you could go on as far to say that he stole the printing press. Ambassador Mr. Cochin had permission to freely use the printing press, correct? Well, yes, and I do remember seeing him use it in the middle of the night. Oh, but I never did think he was using it for such a foul deed. Ambassador, because of your secretary's crime, you will need to be investigated as well. Oh, yes, I suppose so. We've caused a bit of trouble for a few countries, haven't we? It is my duty to search out all those who shielded Mr. Cochin and concealed his crime. For they are the ones who started the fire in order to destroy the evidence. Counterfeit bills data updated in the court organizer. Okay. Well, we're not done yet because Little Thief is still active.
Well, we talked to Gumshoe.
Okay.
Oh, it looks like all the souvenirs suffered some damage from the fire. I don't believe it. Murder on top of arson? What a disgrace to the name of the Yatagarasu!
The fake Yatagarasu is guilty of much more than just theft, it seems.
I know, because if it were me, my first priority would have been to loot this bookshelf.
You know what? We've already done this.
I don't remember doing this.
We've already said this.
We did?
Yes, we've already gone through this line already. I already know
You
this.
can't buy them anywhere. One specifically is from each
No?
place, and I'm not able to steal people's memories. So that's too bad because I would like to.
Oh, boy.
I can never take an owner's memories. Why would you think that?
Gumshoe? Detective, you took part in the initial Babel investigation, correct? Yep, sure did. I helped put out both fires, sir. Haha, but that fire took me by surprise. I had a tough time escaping the 5th floor. I first tried the elevator, but I guess someone else had the same idea because it was in use. If I had remembered to use the stairs at that point, I would have been burnt to a crisp. Ha ha ha. Wait, that's odd. We always warn our staff that in case of fire, it's dangerous to use the elevator. Oh?
Maybe someone wrote it in a fit of panic.
Detective, did you see the Yatagarasu come into the Balbi's embassy at all? I didn't personally know. And the other staff members told me they never got a good look at the person either, sir. I wonder if you could tell me a bit more about what you discovered, Detective. The second fire broke out around the time of the Yatagarasu was spotted in Albast. That's when the suspicious person was spotted in Babel, which caused some panic, sir.
Hold it!
So, no one was able to get a good look at this Yatagarasu that entered Babel? Yeah. All they saw was a mysterious person wearing a long coat. But that's not enough to make a positive idea, you know. Still, it was enough to make the people who received the calling card panic even more.
A person in a long coat. Sounds like the exact same person that I saw.
The Yatagarasu that appeared in Albas was proven to be just a fabrication, a shadow. In light of that fact, the Yatagarasu that appeared in Babel is also suspect.
You can't be serious!
What was that?
Not when we're this close to capturing the fake. I mean, Castillo, you!
So the Yatagarasu appeared, caused mass confusion, killed Mr. Kochin, and then disappeared. What you saw. By the way, Detective, why did you not chase after the Yatagarasu? I did, but well, this embassy is huge, sir. I got separated from other staff members I was with, and I was lost for a while.
Hold it!
You didn't even memorize the layout of the building you were guarding, Detective? Oh, I'll be sure to do that from now on, sir. But you know, it was thanks to me being lost that I was able to come to Kay's rescue.
Oh, wow.
Oh, is that a fact? Yeah, it was when I lost and got wandered around on the 3rd floor, sir. When I heard a scream, I headed towards it right away.
Oh, that's probably when I found Mr. Kochin's body!
Yeah, I thought it sounded like her, so I got really worried and ran as fast as I could.
And it was thanks to Gummy that Miss Sheena was able to take me away. He covered me until you got here, Mr. Edgeworth. I mean that she wasn't able to take me away.
That wasn't the only flub you made.
Oh.
He covered for you. He covered for you. He didn't
I
cover
did
you. No adult should be touching a 17-year-old girl. Mr. Gumshoe? I don't know what's going on
What
anymore.
about it's when my birthday and he's giving me a hug for my birthday?
Let's not go there, please. I am sorry I brought it up. Anyway, back on task. I can see... Oh, I see. So he can be used... My God.
What about a handshake?
Good night, everybody! This playthrough's getting weird. Oh, I see. So he can be useful once in a blue moon. Still, it's too bad that Agent Sheena got here before I did. I wonder where Agent Sheena was before you found her here. Well, just before I got to this room, I saw her coming out of the room next door.
What if I got gum in my hair and I needed him to cut it out of my hair for me? Would it be okay then?
Can we please stop now? It's getting weird. Agent Sheena mentioned something about chasing the Yatagarasu herself earlier. Well, she apparently helped in putting out the fire first, sir. Then, during the second fire, I heard she was busy chasing the Yatagarasu. She seems to be a very dedicated agent. You would do well to learn from her. Oh, why are you pointing at me when you say that, sir? We've examined everything in this office, but there is one thing that bothers me. Perhaps I should ask Ambassador Pal about it. Ambassador, there is something I'd like to ask you about. Yes? About this office, it appears to me to be very similar to the Ambassador Alba's office. For example, the location of the fireplace and the position of the grandfather clock. Oh, that's right. You see, I also paid a visit to the ambassador's side of the embassy. Our two embassies actually used to be one. Yes, I know. Even the pamphlet mentioned that before. Which is why the building is,
Bilaterally?
Yeah, bilaterally symmetrical. I should be able to know that word because I'm a dummy.
I'm smarter than you and I'm only 17.
Stop bringing up your age. It's weird. So no matter which room, the location of the fireplace and the like are exactly the same. Even where the art is located is the same, as my room is currently under renovation. So we worked hard to make Manny's room. Stop it!
You know what's weird is I'm 17 years old and I'm in the room with 3 adult men that are way older than me.
Stop it, Amber!
And there's nobody else in here.
Oh my gosh.
If you think about it, that seems kind of weird, don't you think?
I hate you. We worked hard to make Manny's room look like the ambassador's office.
You mean your handshake photo op with a Jammin' Ninja?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's a photo like that worth it's not... What? I mean, what's a photo like that worth... I mean, what's a photo like that worth... Stop laughing! Okay. I mean, what's a photo like that worth if it's not taken in the ambassador's office, right? Yet another odd expression of the Balby's offensively competitive spirit with Albest, I take it. Thank you, Ambassador. That piece of information is all I needed to connect the dots. Oh, connect the dots? Well, anyway, I'm glad I was able to get some, be some help and stuff. Little thief has not gone away yet. Okay. Connect the dots, meaning it's time for logic.
I'm sorry. I won't talk about it anymore.
How long did I do it? 25, 30, logic, time. Okay. The ambassador's Alba's office fireplace is connected to the neighboring room's fireplace. Da-da, da-da.
The fireplace.
Blast! The pieces don't fit together. Quite right. Done.
Maybe the connected fireplaces has to do with the symmetry of the building?
Very well. Exactly. The Albastion and Balby's sides of the building are symmetrical to each other. As we know that to be fact, then this room's fireplace may also hide a secret passageway.
A secret passageway?
In Albast, the fireplace turned out to have a revolving back wall.
A revolving wall? It sounds like something out of a ninja house!
There was a trick like that built in the fireplace, sir? What? This embassy holds that kind of secret? That seems to be a lot about this room that you don't know about, Ambassador. Oh, I guess it's time to pay the bill for letting Manny do so much work for me. Please, I really want to know about the real Manny and what you know about this room.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? Let's go get to the bottom of this.
Agreed. My first thought is that it is likely the killer used the revolving fireplace.
It looks like just another fireplace, though, doesn't it? How do you turn it on again?
In Albast, I had to push where the X was on the far wall of the fireplace. Oh, I see an X back there, sir. Let's see what happens when I push it.
Hold it!
Oh, you scared me, sir! There is something about that fireplace that lies in contradiction to the facts.
Huh? But we found an X where you thought there'd be one, right?
We did, but that's not what I was referring to. Something is missing from this scene. What does this contradiction mean for us? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. All I see inside this fireplace is starter wood.
Huh, that's odd. It doesn't match up with what Mr. Polano said earlier at all.
What is the meaning of this contradiction? There's no,
Sorry,
what was that?
I just breathed in.
Weird. If we push this X, the fireplace wall should turn. A revolving fireplace wall, that's neat, sir. We should hurry up and... Hold it!
Hold it!
Wait, Detective, there is something we need to examine about this first. Besides, there is also something I'd like to test. Like what, sir? I'll tell you later, Detective. For now, let's continue with the investigation. I don't know what he wants us to do. I mean, there's no papers, there's no nothing here. Renovations. Revolving fireplace. She knows the location. Renovations.
Maybe we can use deducing.
There is no deducing option available. Oh, yes, there is. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold?
Let's see. Well, that's right. She said it different than what Ambassador said earlier. Remember, Kay? She said that contradicts what the Ambassador said earlier.
Burning
the
files.
Ablaze ink into back wall while burning files in fireplace. That's a lie. He didn't burn them in there.
Ambassador Powell, you said that you burned some old files in this fireplace, correct? Yeah, I burned quite a few files this morning, actually. And after you did, you forgot to clean out the ashes from the fireplace, correct? That's right, but why are you asking? And why are you making such a scary face? I'm sorry, I admit I'm a bit intimidating when I'm serious. In any case, take a good look at this fireplace and tell me what you find odd about it. Let's see, huh? Where did all the ashes go?
What do you mean? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Prosecutor?
Oh, you don't really think that Ambassador Powell is lying, do you? No, there is no reason for him to lie. And I don't believe his testimony is wrong either. It is true the fireplace that is causing the contradiction.
Okay, I wonder if you might update the fireplace data for me.
You got it. I'll add in the ashes from the bird files and... Sounds like we pretty much figured out everything now, huh?
Well, it was nothing. All I had to do was follow our leads, where our leads would lead us. Wait.
Oh, I sense it coming on. You're about to dazzle us again, right, Mr. Prosecutor?
No, you mean, well, it's what Mr. Edgeworth is known for, you know. There is really no need for you both to dance around the name of what I'm about to do. I've already checked this area earlier, but it never hurts to take another look. The ashes Ambassador Powell left here have disappeared. If we follow where the piece of information leads, we should be able to see the truth. Whoops.
Oh, it's time to use your secret weapon, right?
Yeah, go on, sir. Use your special skill. I'll ignore your strange phrasing for now and focus on this information we have instead. Just a little further, I can sense the truth lying on just the other side of this. Oops. Probably need to use logic then. More logic.
So, revolving fireplace could explain the missing ashes. Maybe it's on the other side of the revolving fireplace.
Okay, revolving fireplace, missing ashes. Ta-da. The reason as to why the ashes are missing is simple.
It's not because someone cleaned them up, right?
No, it's because even if someone did sweep them up, the fireplace is too clean for that. Ambassador Powell said that he spilled some of the ink while he was burning the files. And yet there is not a trace of the spilled ink on the back wall anywhere.
He was burning flies?
I hate you.
Well then, I don't know what happened because I don't even know how you would burn flies. They're usually too fast to catch.
Stop with the ad-lib. Well, I'll tell you what happened. The two sides were switched. By using the revolving fireplace wall, the ashes were moved into the neighboring room. Which means that this is the clear indication that the fireplace was used. Okay?
Then, you mean the person that I was chasing disappeared from this room through there?
Yes, I believe the person you were in pursuit of is Mr. Cochin's killer. And after committing the murder, they escaped through the fireplace.
Wow, Mr. Edgeworth, you figured out the killer's escape route!
I have, but this is only the beginning. Now we have to chase the killer down. Escape through the fireplace. Sheena.
Oh!
If the killer used the fireplace in this room to escape into the next, then it's only logical for us to talk with the person who was in the neighboring room. Well, the person who was in the room next door was... Oh, it was that person, sir! Yes, Detective. Agent Sheena. Investigation complete. Excellent, and my stuff has been restored.
It's looking more and more like Miss Sheena is the killer, isn't it?
Let's not jump to conclusions yet. We need to go through what we know so far.
But she had me in a chokehold!
That's not important. She came running straight into this room from the one next door and instantly accused you. Furthermore, she claimed that it could only have been you that killed Mr. Cochin. I don't have any proof yet, however, I know she's hiding something from us.
Okay then, why don't we go ask Miss Sheena herself?
Hold it!
No, not yet. There's something that needs to be done first. Detective Gumshoe. Sir, it's my turn to do something? Cool. Yes, I have a two-part special assignment for you. First, I need you to run a handwriting analysis on Damas 2's note. Okay, I'll go get the lab boys on it right away. Second, I want you to see if you can fit through the revolving fireplace wall. Right now, sir? No, not next decade. No, not next decade, of course, now! We need to test your hypothesis first, don't we?
Go on, Gummy, you can do it!
Okay, alright. I'm gonna go do what the real man said. Here I go, through the fireplace and back. You shouldn't need to psych yourself up for something so simple. Detective. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. Wow, the wall inside the fireplace really did turn.
That's so neat! Now I want to try going through there too!
There really is a secret passageway through there? I had no idea.
Yeah, right. You did too. You knew it.
It would appear the real ash pushed into the other room. Furthermore, the Balby's ink you spilled on the ambassadors on the back wall.
Okay, here I go, sir.
Hold it! Detective, I'd like you to go through these... Detective, I'd like to... My gosh! Detective, I'd like you to go through there under the same conditions as the killer.
Ah, but there's all that ash and stuff.
And your point is? Now, we're short on time, so if you could please hurry on through.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, so now we pretty much have the whole picture, right?
No, not yet. There remains a few more mysteries to solve. Such as the Yatagarasu's whereabouts, the other smuggling ring members, the 2 weapons that made it across the border, the key Miss Yu stole 7 years ago. In fact, we haven't figured out a thing regarding how Miss Yu is related to these embassies. Okay.
Mr. Edgeworth!
A number of pieces connect in a very complicated way in this case. It's almost enough to make one completely mentally exhausted.
What are you saying, Mr. Edgeworth? I thought you were the one who said, if it's easy if you follow the leads.
Was that supposed to be an impression of me, Kay? It was terrible.
If it's info gathering you need, Gummy and I can help with that. Then all you'd have to do is show off your fancy schmancy logic, deductions and stuff.
Show off? Does it seem like I'm being boastful when I do that?
Let's not overcomplicate matters, okay, Mr. Edgeworth? We've been so focused like a laser on only what seems strange and out of place. It's no wonder nothing's clicked and we haven't unlocked anything yet at all. But if we think about through things calmly, the answer should come to us.
Kay?
That's the sort of thing I say to myself when I'm practicing how to unlock padlocks, you know?
That is something that I hope practice doesn't make perfect for your sake.
Haha! Looks like you're back on your straight-laced self again.
Mr. Edgeworth, I'm back, sir.
Yes, I can see that, you oaf. Good work.
Oh, looks like you can use the fireplace like a door, sir.
Are you alright, Gummy?
I'm okay, it's just a bit of ash and dust, that's all.
Your jacket has gotten quite filthy. I see the hem has practically turned black.
Yeah, well, quite a bit of unburned ink got on it, sir.
I see. Thank you, Detective. You did a fine job. I'll even pay the cleaning bill for the trench coat.
What? No, sir, I could never. This is just my old coat, sir. If it was a coat I actually cared about, then I'd get cleaned right away, but you know.
I see. Very well then. As you wish.
So, because Gummy was able to climb through the fireplace, we know it can be used, right?
Yes, but that's not what we've all learned. We've actually learned one other important fact.
And that is?
I will have to explain it to you later. Right now, we need to deal with the handwriting analysis, Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir. I'll be back before you know it.
The handwriting analysis on Mr. Cochin's handwriting will take a bit of time. Let us go and wait in the Theatrum Neutralis, along with Agent Lang and Agent Sheena. Alright, there we go. Perfect.
To be continued.
Save your progress, yes. Okay. Man, we are not doing this right now. So,
March 14th, 11:33, Neutralis. Something or other.
there we go. Alright, so anyway, guys and gals, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. There most likely will not be a stream of this tomorrow because we are doing a brand new game. We'll be looking at early access to the Karate Kid, which comes out on the 20th, but we'll be looking at it on the 19th. So we hope you guys will look forward to that. Should be a lot of fun. It's a 2D beat-em-up game that Amber and I will both be playing. It probably won't be that long of a game, so Ace Attorney will probably return on Friday or Saturday. But you guys are close to 1,000 views, so thank you guys so much for watching. This stream got 980 views, very close to 1,000, so most likely we'll get another stream of this like pretty easily. But head on over to Funko Fusion, which will be starting up momentarily. The Back to the Future episode needs 40 likes to start, and I'm going to grab a bowl of cereal so that I'm able to be in peak condition to do something. Okay? So head on over there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next stream.
Awesome! That was happy gaming. See ya!